a number one time? I thought that you missed a number one time. I was looking through. I'm like, I think you're missing a number.
Good
There's a possibility.
possibility. I had public schooling, so numbers aren't really my thing, you know.
I think you missed. I think you missed. Oh no! You didn't miss it. You just didn't put it. You got episode 2, but episode 3 you don't have episode 3. You just said let's talk about do's and don'ts.
Ah,
That's what it was. Okay, you're getting lots of views, dude.
really?
Yeah, you're mile high, almost 400. You almost 500 from flying from the compound this year. You know, all your videos you're getting 1, 2, 3, and 400 views.
Yeah, I just got that one video. That's my I don't remember making video. the the chicken ranch crock pot dish I don't even know what it's called. It's got over 16,000 views on it. I'm like, I don't even remember making that video. And all I do
Actually,
is make fun.
it's more than 17 now.
Oh, is it?
Yep. So
I make fun of myself in that video the entire time.
maybe that's what you need to do. But I'm looking at it and look at this, Shane. So I changed it to the most popular. Most popular is this one. Next one is butter bath. Then this. Then this. So you're most popular. And then look, now you got some really good ones from your compound, which are very recent.
Okay, here we go.
So your channel is really kicking now.
I'm like the Jeffersons. I'm moving on up.
You are, man. Well, I'm going to go and work on my garage and work on all my stuff. I'll pop in or let this run on my phone out in the garage so I can hear you guys.
We're just going to talk about you. It'll be all right.
That's why I'm going to turn this on so I can hear it in the garage. All right. Have a fun show. If you need me, just holler. I should be listening to you.
All right. Sounds good. Appreciate it. Thank you.
No problem.
See you, Sean.
Oh, Mark Elroy's in the chat. Whew. So I bailed on the idea of the whole fixing the engine thing until probably tomorrow, or actually taking it apart. I'll have to go after work tomorrow and go to my buddy's house and pick up the puller. And then the time I get back from there, it'll be late. So probably about Thursday if whoever's not busy wants to zoom it out on private and walk through it, because
yeah, I'll be around. So I was looking at that clutch. So on that centrifugal clutch, it has that spring that goes to all 3 shoes.
Right.
If that spring breaks, it'll still grab. And then when you let off on the gas, it actually won't come back in. It'll just stay
pushed out.
It'll stay pushed out, but it'll slip on the disc or on the drum. And I'm wondering if that's what you're hearing.
It's definitely a dingy noise, and I can duplicate it by touching the two together. And I don't know where those wear marks came from. My belt looks almost brand new, so I don't have a clue.
Hi, Linda.
Hello.
Yeah.
Hi, Linda.
I see my girlfriend.
Yeah, I don't know, Shane. I mean, we'll just have to.
That's what I'm saying. I won't know anything until I take that pulley apart, and I can figure that out. If that looks good and there's nothing wrong with it, then I'm going to go with the belt was loose or the thing literally hit together. And I'm so irritated. I just can't deal with it tonight. I want to be in a good mood and have a great hangout tonight, talking about whatever other than frustrating motor crap.
Yeah, well, like I said before, I'll have a spare engine down there.
Hey, Eric, you got snow over there? You guys got snow?
Yeah, it was snowing. It was snowing today. Today I think we got a high of 38. I am so fed up with this. I can't wait till we get some warm weather. We've been putting off flying for like a week and a half, 2 weeks now. It's just getting frustrating.
Mary from next door is in the house.
You have to watch this, guys. Look at this.
I know, it's so cute.
Oh, come on. Eric, he dances like you.
You're gonna get me copyrighted.
Sorry.
I'm be like, yeah, bloop. Oh, Mark, congratulations on selling your Puma. Did you tell the guy when you sold that Puma that it almost got destroyed on second flight, or did you leave that part out? Oh yeah, by the way, it is 420, and for those of you that like the devil's lettuce, congratulations. If you don't, then it's just 420, 2021. So, oh, hey, I already got my thumbs down. Woo woo, JP's here. Coincidence? I don't know. Kent Stabey's in the house, probably getting ready to go to work if he's not already at work. Man, I couldn't go to work right about now for all night long. Whew.
No.
We got
And Mark said, no need to tell everything.
There
You
you
can
go.
say, this motor is so much fun and so powerful, you can literally tip drag and cage drag on takeoff. Here's a video to prove it. That was your selling point.
Josh Perry's in the house. Thanks, Josh.
Yeah.
Yay, Josh.
uh,
I love that.
how do you do a live e-scooter podcast? First of all, how do you even stumble upon that? You have to search for that.
Got to search for it.
Yeah, I don't know who the nerd is there then. I mean, that does make you question whether it's the guys running the podcast or the person looking for it. Oh, man. All right. So anybody in the chat have anything they want to talk about? Anything other than 420 being 420?
I was cracking up all day seeing that.
Well, we need PPG Pirate in here for that.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
Good Lord.
that's his day, man. Yeah.
Well, I had a whole thing tonight. I was going to put my motor up on a stand, and I was going to take it apart and figure out what's wrong with it. That ringing, dinging noise on deceleration, and I'm not in the mood to mess with it right now. I can't fly for the next couple of days because bad weather, and then I was just like, screw it. I'll wait. I got until Bad Apples to have everything ordered and put together. So if I get it, great. If I don't, I'll show up at Bad Apples and put on their I don't know what I'm doing sign, and then everybody will come over and help me put it together. So it'll be fine.
Yeah,
It'll be fine.
yeah, it'll all come together.
Now, probably Saturday or Sunday, it'll be absolutely beautiful, and I'll be at home going, yeah, my motor's still still messed up, so don't worry about it. But
Now you'll get it back together.
What's a couple weekends? Well, actually, we got this weekend, and then the following weekend is the weekend before, right? I don't have a calendar. So we got this weekend, and then the following weekend after that will be the weekend before Bad Apples. Bad Apples starts on
May 1st. May 1st is next weekend.
No, where'd this month go? Crazy.
It went by day.
This week, yeah. Well, this weekend is the 24th, 25th.
Yep.
And then the following is May 1st weekend, prom.
Oh, Jay, did you get your dress yet?
No.
You
I'm
know
going in
you
shorts and a t-shirt.
you know you do prom again if you could, girl.
I know.
Oh yeah. Eric better have me a limo, take me to a dinner.
Man, I'm gonna pick you up on your e-scooter, and we're going to McDonald's and ordering off the dollar menu.
Oh my God, the Happy Meal.
Can we go to Taco Bell instead?
No.
Hey,
Yeah,
Mark,
so we have 2.5 weeks until
Okay, 2.5 weeks. All right.
2.5 weeks.
Hey, Mark Elroy, text me tomorrow. We could talk about your flying in crowded skies. That is that's I guess we could talk about Jade, you and Eric. Have you guys ever flown at an actual fly-in before? I've probably asked you this.
Yeah, our fly-in here locally, it's only Jade and I that show up though.
Oh,
It does get a little crowded with her up in the air.
well, I mean, you guys haven't experienced. I mean, what's the most you've flown with in the sky at the same time? How many people at once?
Probably down in Madison at our school. That day that I did the corn drag and irritated my instructor because I wasn't getting my landing perception down very well, and I skimmed the last couple of rows of corn, and there was probably 10, 12 wings up in the air.
Okay. So what I like to do at a fly-ins is I like to try to be within the first half dozen or dozen people in the sky. That way I'm able to get up, get out, and go venture into whatever area I want to be at. I do not care to get in line and just have, one after another going. And then I'm not comfortable with that. So my understanding, Mark Elroy, you've been at Bad Apples. Is there any chance I can get you to come on and describe Bad Apples Field? I don't know.
Yeah, Mark said they had they might have upwards of 300 people.
If that's the case, you probably won't even see me flying unless I'm up, my wing is set up 30 minutes right as the sun's coming up and it's legal and I take off, then yeah, I'll be in the air. But then you also have to remember when you come into land. So a lot of your pilots will stay out to the last 10, 15 minutes and then they all come pouring in. I find it, if you come in half hour, 45 minutes before, you don't have very much traffic on the field. And you can get your stuff put away or, picked up and set off to the side and not have much to worry about. It'll just have to be one of those, at the time we're getting ready to set up. If you're ready to go, great. If not, then, you may not want to go. It just depends. Oh, Mark, you're still sick, dude? Holy crap. Milking that COVID, aren't you? Mark got COVID and he says, I'm close to feeling better.
I know. I've been worried about him. Mark, if you can hear me, been praying for you.
Question in the chat from Josh. He says he's never been to Bad Apples. Do they have an air boss and pilot briefings?
I do believe they do. I want to say yes to both of those because I heard before that they have someone telling you when to take off. And if I'm not mistaken, I think they'll even have like where you can land. You know what? I don't want to lie to nobody. I know they have air boss, and they have to have a briefing. There's just too many pilots not to have a briefing. Mark said, "What'd you say yes to?" Cheese. Slow days, John. What's going on, brother? I loved your photos on Facebook, by the way. Almost like I was in the cockpit. he's got to have a camera lens that's like, where am I at? Go this way. Got to have a camera lens about that long. He's got some photos of the air show out here off the beach. That is, you know, where the airplane landed at the beach, like in the beach, in the water. There, I guess they're doing. I haven't seen a jet plane fly over yet. Usually, because I'm at the end of the runway at the airport, and usually they take out of there. But I guess they're taking off from some maybe Patrick or something. Let me send Mark the link here real quick. All right. Why must I always be bothered with this? Mark has he's flown out of there before, so he is on top of things when it comes to that. Forward. Da, 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 da. Oh, right there. Look at that. Mark Elroy's in my messenger. Woohoo! Mark, it's on its way. Don't be giving us no COVID while you're talking to us, though. I did have, I don't know if you guys know, I saw the ones you guys have are on my Facebook. I had lunch with my grandmother and my wife. My grandmother is almost 90 years old and just got diagnosed with dementia. And right now she's doing good, but she did repeat herself quite often and asked the same questions a few times. I was like, oh, dude, this has been like my positive in my whole entire life. So it's a little upsetting for me. I guess that's why I've been in a bad mood the last couple of days. Mark Elroy said, yes, they do have pilot meetings and field bosses, our boss.
I see the restaurant you were out at.
Yeah.
On a beach and warm
No,
weather.
That's on the river, yeah, but the beach is just beyond the river there, just on the other side of the river. That's the river we got to cross from the airport to get to the beach, just so you know.
Okay. All right.
But that's a little bit wider of section of the river. Where the airport is, where we take out of, is a little, it's not that wide. Kobe Cox, I will be at Bad Apples probably Wednesday to Sunday morning. Josh, they say that no one can get there until Wednesday, I do believe, on their Facebook page. John Wayne, hello, sir. How you doing? John Wayne, have you flown out of Hodges Field, Bad Apples? I feel like John's always on the road. I know he's a truck driver, but
There's Mark.
Or he's in the air.
yeah, right. Mr. Elroy, Paralife PPG.
How you doing?
What's going on, sir?
Whole lot of nothing.
Now, that's not your logo on the ceiling. That's just your background, right?
Yeah, that's the background. I could be at work right now.
There's no evidence of that.
Yeah, true that.
All right, so can you help us? I know we've been over this before, but can you recap on a few questions that were asked? You already answered the pilot briefing and the boss. What is the boss?
I don't know. I was guessing they call him like a field boss.
Right. So have you actually been to a Bad Apples fly-in when they've had one, or?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I've been there for one, and then I did not fly at that one. That was right before I got involved. And then I've been back and flown there a couple times, but I haven't flown at the fly-in.
So can you answer me this? The field's shaped like an L, correct?
Yes.
So when they got all the campers set up, it's going to be kind of an L shape.
Yeah, it'll be a L shape. The main runway is I don't remember. It might be 2,600 feet or something. And then the side runway is real small, but it has power down it. And there's like a field for growing soybeans and stuff and cotton next to it. So I
Right.
mean, nothing there grows over a couple feet tall.
All right. So my question is, do they have during the flying? Do they have a actual launch field and a landing field, or is it just?
No,
Okay.
it's basically just one field. Now it's wide. I'm sure online you can look up the airport and it'll tell you the exact dimensions of it. But I mean, you could take off, if you were going down the runway, you could take off, 8 people wide or 10 people wide.
Right.
And then it's ridiculously long. And then there's a big, like fake airplane that is a wind indicator right in
Okay.
the middle by the big pavilion. And I mean, depending on which way the wind's going, I mean, you could take off from the campers and then it's, because it's plenty wide, not long, but plenty wide where you could take off no problem away from the campers if that's which way the wind's coming. And then you could take off, basically 3,000, almost 3,000 feet wide.
All right. Okay. I was just kind of curious about having that many pilots and then they're having a landing and not landing. So I'm going to, I believe it was Kobe. I'm not looking at the chat right now. I'm just going off of my short-term memory loss here. Where's Bad Apples? So I'm going to screen share their page. Let's get rid of all of that sexiness. And it says right here, how early can we arrive? Question's been asked a few times, blah, 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 blah. Let's see here. Let's open this up. I'm looking through over my phone, through the light and to the message here. Where does it say? Can be fusion. Anybody see where it says the earliest you can arrive?
Right at the beginning of that, it says, please do not before Tuesday.
Before Tuesday. Okay. So whoever asked that question, I will be there. If anybody wants to take a second and screenshot this or whatever, if you don't have Facebook, you can also go to their website, which I believe it's right here, Bad Apples Hodges Field Flyin.com. Maybe I should copy and paste that, into the chat.
Kelby says Tuesday, it's on top.
Okay. Yeah, I saw that. Thanks to Eric. I saw that. Eric's my hero.
Oh, please.
Oh, here we go. Okay. So back to here, and I'll put that in the chat for those who do not have Facebook. Paste, and there you guys go. Jason Russell Smith says the last time they had lots of ground control for launch. That helps a lot. Jason's been there a couple, I think 2 years, and then I don't know, either which way. He's flown out of there a couple times as well. Like, so Mark, where if you were getting there and you wanted to camp at, where would you pick up where would you say camping at would be your prime spot if you had to pick, Mark? Or you're going to keep it to yourself and just do the opposite?
Away from people that make too much noise because I'm old.
So Mark, you're going to be on the other side of me then. Like,
yeah.
Down.
There's 4 restrooms with showers, and they're located at the end of the pavilion by Mr. Hodges. Has a small like hangar there. They're located there, so the bathrooms and the showers are there if you didn't have a camper. And I don't know, all the way up and down the whole thing is the further out you are towards the two ends, the less traffic. But yeah, I don't have an answer for that. And if you're up there by that pavilion, there's a lot of noise up around that pavilion, in my opinion.
So do they have, and I know you're just going off of your experience, and this may not be the case this year, but do they have spots for tents and then campers, or is it just everybody gets there and gets what they get?
Everybody gets there and gets what they get. And there is, you know, when I was there, they get 3 deep between like the driveway. I mean, it's just grass and dirt, but nice grass. But the power pole's in the middle, and they had like basically they set it up with a line of campers. Last year they didn't have it. The year before that is when I was there, when it had the flood, when it rained real bad. And anyways, they had a line of campers on the poles, and then they started basically a second line away from the field in front of those campers. And then they wound up coming behind them in between the campers and the field and put in another row. And I'm not a fan of that.
Each power pole has only 4 outlets, right? For campers?
No, well, I mean, it has 50, a lot of them had 50 amp and 30 amp, and then they also have 20s, like all on the same pole. And so, you know, you could put multiple campers on a single pole. You know, they got multiple plugs on each pole there.
So on each side of the pole, let's say it's a 4x4, and each side has 4 sides. So there's a 50 and a 30 on all 4 sides, and a 110 on each side of that pole.
No, on the little pole, it has a straight box. Most of them just have a straight box, and it'll have a couple. It might have a 50 and 2 30s and some 20s. And then people will plug in there, and, you know, like if people are tent camping, they might plug into just a 20 and run an extension cord, you know, out in front of your camper to where they're set up.
Yeah, that's fine. But if I'm plugged into a 50 amp pole, and somebody comes up and says, "Oh, I need power too," and unplugs me, we're gonna have problems.
Oh no, yeah, that ain't gonna happen. Yeah.
Oh no, it won't.
Yeah, I'm with you on that.
So if my understanding is there's one pole and there's enough power for 4 trailers, and then you can run a couple of 110s off of that.
I know for sure there's on each pole, there's at least power for 2 or 3 campers, plus, you know, regular 20 amp plugs.
Okay. All right. I may end up bringing my 110 portable air conditioner just in case I end up having to run off of 110. I can run that 11,000 BTU portable one and still have enough AC to.
No, there ain't no reason to be running off 110. Just off of 20 amp.
If they run, there's so many campers there, they're going to run out of power poles. Which is another thing too. I mean, if you get there and there's no power poles, you better have a generator in the back of your truck waiting, because you might need it.
Yeah. That would be a mess. I myself, I'm close enough. I'd load up and go home.
Right. I'm not.
Yeah. Well, you can load up and come to my house.
Oh. Well, you don't have one right now. You got a rental, don't you?
Right this second, I still have one, but come Friday, by Friday evening, I'm going to have somebody's check, or I'm going to have the whole check, one or the other.
Well, you know, you can put in that deal that they got to let you fly out of there from time to time.
And I'm really good friends with the guy next door, and he's got 20 acres.
Oh, okay.
And I can fly there too.
Jason Russell Smith, he said that 110 AC could work great in my tent. It could. What's a good rental price of an air conditioner unit for a tent for the week?
Yeah,
It
about
depends on
$20 a day.
It depends on how hot it is.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, price depends on weather. If it's cool, you won't need it. If it's hot, how hot and how bad do you need it? I am pulling a large camper quite a long ways. Not as long as, not as big and not as long. I know, Eric, you've heard this a lot, but as Eric's camper, but it's still going to cost me an arm and a leg to get up there and back.
Yeah, we just pulled that thing this weekend. We get on a downhill, we get eight miles to the gallon.
That's what I get pulling my camper is
Yeah.
8, sometimes 9. It's weird. Sometimes I can pull it at 72 miles an hour and get 8 miles an hour. Or actually, I can get not like 9 miles an hour. And then there's times I go 65 and I get 8. I'm like, so why the hell am I going 65 when I can go 72 and get an extra mile out of it?
Exactly. Josh wants to know, is it $20 a night for electricity there?
Yes.
Yes.
So when you sign up and pre-register, which you don't pay online right now, you just say that you're going to get there at this time. And when you show up, if you want a shirt, you're going to put it in your cart. So when you go to that website that I posted earlier, you're going to put in that you want a shirt, you're a pilot, you're going to pay for that, or not pay for it. You're going to put it in your cart. You're going to put the shirt, your pilot registration fee, and how many nights you're going to be there. And you're going to add it to your cart. And then when you hit checkout, I think it is, they don't ask you for money right then and there. They're only taking money at the door. So if you're planning on being there for 5 nights, that's $20 a night, plus, what is it, $60 for pilots?
Yeah.
That's 116. If you want a shirt, and I don't know how much they are. If they're $20, then, at the door, you're going to pay your money and you're going to get a little tag. And I believe you're going to get a little tag, Mark, when you.
Yeah, I believe so. They did not have that previously, but it says this year that they will.
Right. Now, Mike, I guess I have a question. So what if you have like one camper and 5 pilots in there? Not everybody's paying $20 a night, are they?
No, just the camper is only.
Okay. John Wayne says his 40-foot fifth wheel behind his 450 gets about 10 miles to the gallon. Eric, what size tank you got on what size fuel tank do you have on your truck?
I have no idea. Let's see. I just filled it up. It was $90.
So you're looking at 36, 38 gallon?
Yeah, I don't know.
Because I just filled up and I have a 36 gallon fuel tank on mine, but I put in 34 gallons. So someone was running a little low.
I'm still in break-in period too on that diesel, so I'm not 100% sure. I don't know how accurate that stuff really is either.
Oh no, you gotta do the math. So
right.
So what I normally do is I fill up, I hook my trailer up, I take off wherever I'm going, come back, whatever, and then I go get fuel again, and then I see how many miles I went, and then how many gallons that it took to fill up, and that'll give you your miles per gallon.
Yeah. Yep.
Which when I put the para-trailer behind my wife's car, she's got a Hyundai Santa Fe, and she gets really good gas mileage. And all I hear the entire time on the phone is, my gas mileage, but my gas mileage. I'm like, be quiet. We're all getting bad gas mileage. I'm getting 8. Well, I only get 14.4. Yes, I'm well aware you're getting crappy gas mileage, but
right.
You're pulling the trailer with the golf cart. That gets a whole bunch of miles to no gas at all.
I was gonna say that thing weighs a ton too.
It's like 1,000. I think it's right at 1,000 pounds or just a little over. Yeah. And pulling the trailer, her car is a little shorter, lower, so it doesn't. I do have the V nose, but it's such a drag on that car. and her max tow capacity is 3,000. You figure the trailer's like 1,200. The golf cart is another 1,000. So you're at 2,200. You only got a little room to spare, and her car is just doing all it can to pull it.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, I put my trailer that Jade and I used, we just use it for the paramotors. We went down to Madison, which is a 3-hour drive, and we took, we have a work truck that is a 2020, and it's a gasser, half ton. And I think they put highway gears in that because it was just constantly shifting.
Right.
It wouldn't want to stay at 70. So we've claimed that one as useless and never take that truck again. I just use that one for plowing.
Hold on. I'm replying to Michael said the more he hears about the crowd, how crowded it's going to be, the less excited about it he is about it. Honestly, it's not the fly. You don't go to the fly-ins to fly, to be honest with you. I mean, you are gonna fly, or you may not, but honestly, it's hanging out. It's just meeting people that like online. I mean, I've never met Josh Perry. I've never met John Wayne, Bill H. And it's cool when you run into people that you've seen, you talk to online and have little conversations back and forth, but to actually meet them and then get to hang out with them and it's my favorite part of fly-ins is just hanging out and having a good time. And if I know it's going to be too crowded and I'm not going to fly, that means I just start drinking earlier. It's awesome. Don't threaten me with a good time.
Yeah. Plus, whenever we, Michael, when we're cruising through your neighborhood, we're going to stop and we're going to find your fly-in and we're going to come fly with you.
Yeah. Where's he at? Eric, you know where he's at?
I do not. Michael, where are you at? Hello, Walter.
Walter comes in with you guys have cheap gas. Try $1.50 a liter. Thank God he did the conversion because that's equals $6 a gallon. Us dumb Americans and our gallons. We had this conversation before the show started. We couldn't figure out how many quarts and liters were in a gallon. It was hilarious. We had to ask Alexa or Siri, one of them. He's in North Carolina. Man, there is a lot of North Carolina guys. Hey, Michael, were you at Vail, North Carolina, flying this a couple months ago? Because I was over there. I flew at Fly It If You Got It. I couldn't remember the doggone with Jeff Pearson. I had a great time on at that flying for Vail. Jason and I were there for 10 whole days. We asked to show up early, and it was like a month before the flying. And I asked Jeff, I said, hey, is it all right if we come early? He goes, you can come now. I was like, oh, I don't know about that. I can see how much vacation time I got. Yeah, that was awesome though. We got there. We were the first ones there, and we just had the most amazing time. I actually, like I said, the fly-ins, it's not necessarily about the fly-in so much as it is just hanging out, talking, meeting vendors and talking paramotors and eating food. Good Lord. I feel like I'm always cooking at fly-ins, which is because I am, but it's so much fun. I mean, everybody comes by and we just have a good time. I see I was a 30. Okay. He said he didn't fly at Vail. He was he just
What
watched.
time is pack up on Sunday? The 16th.
Yes.
I mean, yes.
That
you
means I have no
can
idea.
from that place you could pack up Monday morning.
Okay.
Yeah. I think if you dropped another $20, you could stay the next night.
Yeah, I thought about just moving there.
Yeah, a lot cheaper, huh?
Yeah,
I think my house with lights and water and mortgages and insurance is like $150 a day or something. So do the math. I mean,
that
electric.
that $20 a day starts sounding just right.
Yeah, it does. That's $600 a month for.
Yeah.
Oh, dude. All right.
Just saying
Kelby
hi,
Cox
Mark.
wants to know if you're
Look
smoking
great, dude.
anything this weekend.
What's that?
Kelby
Eric?
Cox wanted to know if you're smoking anything this weekend.
This Saturday or up in at this Saturday probably. Have you guys seen oh my goodness, the price of meat? Oh my god, I think I was in there at Walmart the other day looking at plywood because a rack of ribs was $25 when I could buy two of them a couple months ago, two of them in one pack for 13-14 bucks. I was like, I get one for 25 now. No, that's crazy. So I will, Kobe, I am going to be bringing my smoker to Bad Apples, and my smoker is also my grill. Baking whatever's it does 8 things in one. But yes, I will be smoking. Well, since it's 420, I have to clarify. I'll be smoking meats of all sorts. I do believe I'm going to do a couple of smoked meatloafs, and actually be doing a couple of crock pot dishes too. The crock pot lasagna. I know you guys are going to sound like this is going to sound weird to you, but chicken spaghetti is something my wife makes, and it's freaking phenomenal. It sounds weird. It's not red sauce, by the way, like marinara. It's delicious. Yeah, Kobe, I just made a Boston butt this past weekend. I just had some leftovers for dinner tonight. And yes, I will be making one of those, if not two of those.
Hey, Linda, I kind of interrupted you. What were you saying?
About
Oh, hold on.
Oh.
Oh, nothing really. I was just saying, I just want to say hi to Mark. I'm glad you're feeling better. You look awesome. We've been
Thank you. I appreciate it.
No, really, we all been thinking about you and missing you at the show and everything. So feel free on Monday, just jump in, hang with us. We miss you.
Yeah. I've been trying to watch.
Yeah. Well, you need to come back in. I'm telling you, come back in. Come to our world again, Mark.
So Mark, how many days have you been down?
Well, I was like on the couch for 11 days with COVID, and I mean just destroyed with it, running a fever for 11 days off and on, just trying to control it with like Motrin and Tylenol.
Right.
And then I actually started to feel better from that, and a couple days later I got some kind of bad sinus infection, and now I am just now starting to feel better from that. I went to a doctor and got some antibiotics and sprays. And so anyways, I'm starting to feel better now, but yeah, I swear I felt crappy for a month.
Yeah, COVID really messed your face up though.
Yeah, it was like that before COVID.
Shani.
I haven't had a haircut in weeks, and I haven't shaved in about a week. So I'm a mess, but whatever.
No,
this is 2 weeks, and I haven't done anything. This is all that grows on my face, just so you know.
Yeah, look at Mark Shaney hasn't done his hair in weeks. Look at him.
No, this is about 2 weeks as well.
Yeah, I don't like my hair. I mean, to me, this is long, and I don't like it this way, but whatever. I haven't felt like doing anything about it.
As soon as this hair starts touching my ears, it gets cut off. I can't stand that. All I do the entire time is this, because I feel like there's something on my ear. I'm like, and what the? It's just my hair. Kobe, he said he just bought a pellet smoker grill. I bought the Pit Boss Austin XL is the pellet smoker I bought. Which one did you get? But yeah, that I can't. I know what you mean about not feeling like doing your shaving or whatever. I used to bick my head all the time, but then I found this really good clipper that gets really close and I don't have to shave now. So I just clipper everything and call it a day. We're good.
I actually sold my Primo XL the other day and just
What?
kept my green egg. Yeah.
Yeah.
Downsizing everything.
I've seen people, I have friends that have cooked on the green eggs and they're very, very good. But Jesus, man, they want an arm and a leg for it. They might as well just ask me to pay for another paramotor.
Yeah.
Those green eggs are ridiculous.
But you only got to buy it once in a blue moon.
Until somebody like my dog knocks it over and cracks the egg.
Yeah.
No pun intended.
Well, if you ever want one, if you ever do want a green egg for real, I got a hookup on green egg, but not Primo.
Yeah, I have your Weber that you gave me. I have another charcoal grill. I just gave my neighbor my gas grill because I got this pellet smoker. We could show that. What I got my 36-inch Blackstone out there, flat top griddle. I got my charcoal smoker, which I'm getting ready to clean up and sell. Because this pellet smoker does everything. I can grill on it, I can smoke on it, I can bake, do pizzas, I can sear steaks, I can whatever. It does 8 different things. I don't even know 8 different things there are. But I don't need everything's. So I've decided to go ahead and try to figure out what the material cost is going to be for screening in my back patio area, which I have pavers now. So I have to take all the pavers out, then I have to form it up, pour concrete, and then do the screen room, which doesn't sound cheap right about now with everything going skyrocketing. So it may just be some drawings that I do and wait. But we spend more time out back in the evening time because my backyard faces the east, so the sun is on the west side of the house, the front of the house. And hey, Jules. So, but here in Florida, we got so many doggone mosquitoes that you go out there and it's just you're fighting the mosquitoes, and no one really wants to do that. So I think I'm gonna do a screen porch on the back and put everything I have cooking wise in there. My question is, do I get rid of my outdoor cooking area? I have a sink out there. It's got lights, power, everything. And do I just move that all into the screen room, or do I leave it out there and just have the screen room go to that?
If it's outside, you're not going to want to go out of the screen room.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I mean, I cook out there. I made it as airy as I could, knowing that when I turn that Blackstone on, there's 5 burners that it is so hot in there. I mean, the sides are open, the bottom's open, the whole thing's open, but it just holds in heat. It's so bad. Yeah. I'm like, I usually keep a fan, like a high velocity fan, blowing on my legs and trying to get as much air moving in there without picking up, because it is outside. You don't want to pick up dirt and grass and stuff and blow it all over your cooking area. But yeah, it's it gets a little warm out there. I got a couple videos where I'm just sweating like crazy.
Down there in Florida, you guys have so many screen enclosure companies that's a pretty competitive market down there for like an insulated tin roof with aluminum and screen.
Right.
Yeah. Up here where we're at, I was looking to get the house we just sold, get the back porch done up there, and it was pricey up here because there's no competition.
Right. I think I'm going to end up doing it myself. My nephew does screen enclosures. So the hardest part, I believe, is going to, because there's no way to get a concrete truck in the back of my house. So I'd have to pay to have like them pump it up over into the backyard. And I don't know how much that's going to be. or I can go rent a mixer and just throw the bags in and dump it in the wheelbarrow and dump it in the form. I used to do concrete work a lot. I just don't really want to now. I'm older, a lot older.
I hear you.
Oh, I've done all kind of. I've poured slabs, curbs, sidewalks, driveways. But man, the thought of that right now just does not seem like I want to be part of that. Especially with the summer coming. I will probably say by winter next year, I will have a screened in room, but it won't be until winter time because I do not do good dealing with all that heat, even though I work outside now. The last thing I want to do on my days off is work in the heat.
Okay, you mentioned the Blackstone.
Yes.
What is the popularity with the Blackstone?
The versatility and easy to clean. It is, I mean, you've been to Japanese restaurants when they cook on those flat tops there. You can cook everything on them, and then all they do is they hit them with water. They leave them on high or whatever, hit them with water and a towel, and that's pretty much it. I mean, you add a little bit of oil at the end of it and just kind of, because it's bare metal. Okay. Essentially, it's a gigantic cast iron pan without the edges. So you want to make sure that you'll see. I'm bringing my 22-inch Blackstone because I cook a lot on that too. We can do chicken stir fry on there. I can make a ton of food. It's only 22 inches. You're like, there's not that much real estate on there. You'll see how much food I make on there. You're like, dang. But it's just versatile. And the cleanup on it, holy crap, it takes nothing. I just leave it on high for 2-3 minutes, spray it with some water, wipe it down, and hit it with the oil, and we're done till the next time.
Yeah, I think ours is just we have a 22-inch one, and we take it when we go snowboarding. We just throw hot dogs on it and stuff.
Yeah, I used to cook everything on the Blackstone. The big one out back, unless I have a party, I'm cooking for a lot of people. I don't use it because it's a lot to heat up just for a couple of steaks or what have you. But I got a real nice video. I was live and I burned myself on that during it. I left a pan of rice off to the side, and the handle I had literally sticking off to the side of it so it wouldn't heat up. And what I didn't realize is the heat was escaping from the underneath out the side and heating that handle up. And I reached up and grabbed that handle, threw the rice all on the ground, threw the whole pot and everything on the ground. I was like, I didn't burn myself, which at the end of it, yes, I did burn myself. I had a whole blister thing going on. But I didn't think I burnt myself at first, but yeah, I did. Totally did.
Nice.
Oh man. Michael, he's talking about that wood fire pizza oven. You know, I've seen that, and there's a couple of videos on YouTube about it. And I'm not a gigantic pizza connoisseur, but if I had one of those, I'd be making pizzas a lot. I do believe that it's a real nice little pizza oven. What pick up?
Yeah, I wouldn't mind having one of those pizza ovens that are wood fired.
Yeah. I actually thought about, I watched a video once on YouTube. Guy made one in his backyard. I was like, man, that looks like so much fun to do. And then I thought about it. I was like, holy crap, how often am I really going to use that thing? And then I got all this money involved in building it. And I was like, no. And then I seen that little pizza thing that Michael was talking about. And I was like, oh, yeah, I've seen that. And it has been on back order. He's talking about how long it's been on back order. And it has been forever. As long as I can remember seeing it. The first time I seen it, I looked to order one, and they were back ordered already or out of stock.
Is that one that's kind of a half moon top?
Yep.
Yeah, I've seen that.
And they show you when they're pulling it out, the flames on over top of it, like rolls around. I'm like, oh my goodness. Green Mountain Grill. Kobe, is that? I mean, I've heard of the brand. Is it a grill or is it like a pellet smoker thing? Green Mountains Grill. God, that sounds so familiar. Michael, I had a opposite when I was over in Paris. First place we went, I was like, I want to try some of their pizza. Everybody talks about how great, pizza in Paris, blah blah blah. I ate half of it. And I was like, this is crap. Where's my Domino's? Not that I actually like Domino's, but I have a place down here down the road from me. It's called Wagon Wheel, and I love their pizza. But yeah, I was not a fan. My daughter had something over there I never thought she'd eat, and she fell in love with it. Oh God!
I was going to say, is pizza? I thought pizza was American. Everybody thinks it's Italian.
Yeah, whatever it wasn't good. He said it's a pellet grill and smoker. Kobe, if you do, I don't know what size you're looking for. If you type in YouTube like pellet smokers under $500, you'll see that the Pit Boss is on top of almost every one of those tests or reviews. I can tell you that I paid $450 and it was already assembled at Walmart and brought it home. And it comes with a 3-year warranty on it as well. Not from Walmart. Walmart will try to sell you a 3-year warranty for $58, but it already comes with a 3-year warranty from the manufacturer. You just have to register it. I found out what my problem is, Eric.
Yes.
I'm drinking soda.
Ah.
And it's almost 9 o'clock. All right, so let me tell everybody in the chat that may or may not know.
Tell me where I need to be.
I usually come home at 4 o'clock and I drink beer until 11 or midnight whenever I decide to get off YouTube. And that got me up to 235 pounds. And just by waiting till 8 o'clock, and yes, I know it's 9 o'clock now, I'm down to 215. And my wife, who has decided to not drink all week long for the last 2 weeks, she's lost 4 pounds. All I've done was wait till 8 o'clock to start drinking. I mean, keep trying, honey. Keep trying. Oh, it's hilarious. But yeah, I'm down from 234 to 215 now. And my goal before Bad Apples is to be at least 205. And then I won't trust myself when I'm cooking.
That was the funniest thing last night when she came in there. and then she scooted out, crawling on her knees, and you see her go out just next to the couch, and then you see the dog tail.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was good.
I don't know why she's so, like, she's been on some of my videos before when I was cooking, and then all of a sudden I start doing this type of stuff, and she's like, it's like cooties to her. I don't understand it. I'm like, what is the big deal? Why? She's like, I don't know. Just silly. Just her being.
Yeah, that was good.
No, she
Linda,
was
what are
fine
you
with it
doing?
until everybody started saying hi to her, and then she realized, can people see me?
Linda.
Oh, so
Linda, are you going to any of the fly-ins?
Linda's not even going to Walmart.
Not this year. I'm just, gonna hang on the show with you guys.
Yeah, but you could be in the show, making the show, sitting next to us.
I know.
Linda, it would be so much fun. Eric can swing by and pick you up.
I will swing by and we'll pick you up. Just, you got to be at the border, and then we'll pick you up.
I got too much going on here right now, but I would love to do it. I would. You guys, you all help keep my sanity, okay? Seriously.
Wait a minute. This is you saying?
You guys help me keep my sanity. You do. You do. I love my shows, watching everybody every night and everything. And yeah, it's good. I'm just taking little things at a time. And, what's Grandpa doing there? He looks awful busy tonight.
Oh, I hadn't even looked. I got the chat up so I can't actually see.
Yeah,
Grandpa.
He's doing projects.
I am cleaning up the garage. I took everything out from
Oh,
up there in the attic. I'm organizing everything because,
okay.
I don't have a job come the end of this week, so I'm trying to make it to where I have, a place in the house. I got the office, I got this to pursue my, my paramotor business. But I'm listening to you guys, so keep on chatting.
Okay.
I will tell you what Sean's actually doing.
He's making a man cave.
See, he doesn't have a job come Friday, so he's no longer his wife's sugar daddy. So she kicked him out to the garage. He's making bedroom space. That's what it is right now.
I know.
That's all the water he's allowed back there. See that water in the background? That's all he's allowed to have.
Seems like I see what's going on here. Okay, dude. Yeah.
See, what you guys don't know is I have a 12 by 20 by 14 and a half foot shed in my backyard that I built. And if I get in too much trouble, that's where I have to go. It's got air conditioning, power, water, it did have cable, but I may or may not have hit the cable line with the weed eater one too many times. So it did have cable, but I could just run a DVD player out there and be fine.
Well, you always want to have that backup plan.
Oh yeah.
Okay. But I can't imagine that, Shaney. Look at you. I see your halo on your head and
yeah right. Hey, we got a question in the chat from Michael. It's to change the subject, but another question about bad apples, which by the way, this is a hangout. We can change subjects all night long, constantly. It doesn't matter. I think my brother will be with me. He's interested in learning, but I think he needs a tandem. Well, what do you mean he needs a tandem, or he would like to go up and try it out? Somebody go up in a tandem flight?
I think
that's
what
you talking about asking. He's going to need a trike. Oh,
yeah, okay. His next thing is who would give him a tandem.
Yeah, I'm sure. I'm not speaking out of 100%, but I'm sure. I know every fly-in I've been to, there's been someone there doing tandems. Whether they're charging or not, I can't guarantee. But there have been at every fly-in I've been to, except for Vail. I don't remember anybody doing tandems there at Vail, North Carolina. But yeah, it would be. I think they call them introduction to flying or something. That's how they get away with it. You're not allowed to. What's the rule on that on tandems? It's some little quirky thing. They have to.
Well, you're not allowed to profit from PPG. Right. So they do it by saying it's a introductory flight.
Yeah, Kobe said One Up Ventures is going to be there at Bad Apples, and they definitely do tandems. There's going to be I would be willing to bet you almost every school. I know Four Winds. I believe that they said they will be there. They're right down the road from Hodges Field. I would be willing to bet you every stinking school that's in Florida will be there. And then the ones that aren't in Florida will probably be there as well. I mean, it's a huge flying. Why would you not be there?
Hopefully the ones in Florida and the southern states have applications for me to fill out.
What'd you just say? What did you just say? I was reading questions.
I said, hopefully the southern states schools have applications for me to fill out so I can apply right away.
You mean for teaching?
Yeah.
Oh, you don't need to apply. Just walk in and say, I need a job. They're like, oh, sure. They don't pay very
No.
well down here. They do not pay very well.
No.
How did you get Eric in that outfit behind you?
In the outfit?
Your
Oh,
background.
that's him. I made that.
I
made that.
how did you get him in that?
He made his own Tin Man outfit out of his heating and cooling stuff. So when I met him, he was walking like this.
That was before I put the suit on.
Okay. So at Vail, they did have a tandem, and Kent, you're right, that it was a PPC, which is a power parachute, not a PPG. And I do remember that. That was the black one. That thing is huge, by the way. And if anybody that flies doesn't know, do not get behind one of those PPCs if you're in a paraglider, because they put off a hell of a rotor. Craig Taylor, hello, sir. Welcome. I'm trying to catch up with the chat here. I'm running all right. Yes. Okay. We got the tandem thing figured out, but no, I just wanted to answer the question. Craig, you already answered that. You're not going to Bad Apples. That's right. Bill H, you going to Bad Apples? I know Kent's named me. I thought you were going. Really hurt me. You said you weren't going to make it. It's just rude, man. Just rude. What is that, like a 4-hour ride for you? Nick Griffith, you going to be there? I know he's going. I know Nick's going. Walter flies the PPC, so of course he thinks it's sexy.
Walter also lives in Australia. But if there's anybody between Wisconsin and Bad Apples that wants to be picked up, we have room. I don't mind giving rides. So, if somebody needs a ride, we got room for your trike, your foot launch, all your gear, whatever you got.
What'd you say? It was 40 cents a mile at pickup to Bad Apples and back?
No, man, supply and demand. It's going up to 50 cents now.
Oh God, they go up. Oh man. I don't know who else is going from the other shows that I remember. I think Trike Flyer said he might be going. I could be wrong on that.
I'm sure Brian's going to be there.
Waller's definitely going. Oh man.
And I think Will and Ben are both going to go, aren't they?
Yes. Yeah. Will and Ben. I think Will's going to be staying and shacking up with me. And Ben, I think he's just going to come up. I think Ben said he's going to come up Thursday and Friday. And then I thought that was odd on those dates. And I kind of said, hey, if you don't mind me asking, why is that? He goes, well, I can spend family time on the weekends and I can do paramotor stuff when I'm supposed to be at work. I was like, that makes a lot of sense. I'm glad I asked, because I was like, Thursday and Friday. Why are you coming Thursday and Friday and not Thursday through Sunday? But it makes total sense. I get it. And I agree with it. I'm bringing my wife with me, so I'm not losing out on husband and wife time. My daughter works so much that she won't even know we're gone. She comes home, goes right to bed, wakes up the first thing in the morning. And I got that stupid Ring doorbell, and holy crap, that girl will leave at like 5 o'clock in the morning. Of course, I hear that thing go off, and I got to get up and look, and it's just her leaving. I'm like, man, every stinking time. I don't have to be up for another 2 hours. What's going on? Why are you waking me up? I need my beauty sleep. Look at this. I need beauty sleep. I'm failed on some sleeping hours. Probably because I'm on YouTube.
Well, I was
Yeah.
say, Shane, maybe a facial or two or something might help, keep it refreshed during the week.
Yeah.
Same,
Kent said he's got four rental properties he's got to finish up in the next 2 months.
Oh,
Man, you can't work on those things 7 days a week. It'll be fine. Just take 2-3 days, 6 days off. It's fine. And come fly. Or at least hang
there
out.
you go.
I think JP said he was going to try to go. He wasn't 100% sure.
So I text JP. I thought I heard him say that he was going. And I texted him and said, hey, what days are you getting the bad apples? And do you want to be part of the food plan or whatever? And his text to me was, and I'm on my phone, so I can't look it up. I find it funny that you think I'm going to bad apples or something. And I'm like, well, are you or are you not? And do you not want part of the food plan? Like, I still haven't got an answer from him. So at this point, I'm going to assume he's not going to go and not part of the food plan, which is fine.
Right.
It doesn't really make a difference to me one way or the other. If I can get I'm trying to get Jade and my wife Krista to work out. As soon as I find out, actually, Jade, I have a Brian number 2 will be there, I believe, Friday night.
Who's Brian number 2?
Guy from my town here in Florida.
Okay. So
Just put
I'm
him
calling him
Brian
what,
number
Friday
2.
night
Yeah, he'll be there Friday night.
for dinner.
Yes. And then I'm telling everybody that's on that dinner plan thing that breakfast is going to be my time off. I'll just do I usually don't even eat breakfast for the most part. If I do, it's just going to be a Mike Hard's lemonade or a twisted iced tea. Oh wait. Yes, Jade, I just saw you drink that. Did you see her face? She's like, wait, what?
Breakfast?
No, usually I just see if I do eat it, it'll just be a bowl of cereal or whatever. But lunch, I'll cook lunch and dinners. It's
You made the mistake of giving Krista my phone number. So we've been chatting during this when you were
That's fine.
talking motors. And Eric and I still don't agree that you should be cooking every day. We think it should be just certain days so you can have time to relax.
you don't understand. I do this every time we go camping, whether it's with our families. We always invite a ton of people to go with us, and I always do all the cooking. It's not a big deal. Honestly, I enjoy cooking, so it's not a job. I enjoy being married, so I don't mind living with this girl. So,
Well, I already told Krista if the sky's too bumpy for me, I'm stealing her and we're gonna go explore a town.
she's all. You two are going to get along great. I'm telling you right now. You guys, your personalities are exactly the same. Until you get each other drunk, and then, well, Eric and I are going to probably have to go look for you guys and be like, oh, whose party are they crashing over there now?
Right.
But at first, seriously, anybody meets my wife, they're like, oh my God, she's like, doesn't talk to anybody. She doesn't. But once she gets comfortable with you, it's just nonstop. And then I'm like, yeah, you wish she'd talk to you now? Like, at you, wishing she wouldn't. But she's awesome. She's a good girl.
Me too.
Well, Eric, you're supposed to chime in on that, Eric.
I'm just keeping quiet.
But yeah, the cooking thing, Will tell you. The only time I really got frustrated at Swanee is when I guess we asked everybody if you wanted Saturday night, if you wanted to have everybody bring steaks. And then all of a sudden everybody was like, well, I want my steak this and I want my steak that way and I wanted this and that. And I was like, whoa, okay. I'm not standing here for 5 hours cooking everybody's food. If you want steaks, great, bring steaks. If you want them cooked, there's the grill. It's on fire. Have fun. And I left it at that, and it worked out great. Everybody seasoned their own steaks with whatever that was there. They cooked it the way they liked, and if they didn't, they can't complain because they're the ones that cooked it. So I was just
As
like,
it should be.
But I mean, if I do. Let's say I do a pork butt. I just did it one Saturday. We fed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. One pork butt fed 7 people, and I just had it the rest of it for dinner tonight. And I really didn't do anything. I started it. Actually, I started a little early. I started at like 10 o'clock at night on Friday night, left it at 200, got up at 3 o'clock in the morning, bumped it up to 250, got up at 5:30, wrapped it, and then didn't do anything until 1:30, 2 o'clock. I took it off. I put it in the oven, let it rest in there. And then right before we ate, I just shredded it and we had food. It literally was no trouble. Now, if I was smart, I would have got up at 3 o'clock, put it on, cooked it until 11 or 12, then wrapped it, and then it had still been ready at the same time because I could have cooked it at a higher temperature for a shorter amount of time. Anyways, it was no big deal. And if we do like hamburgers or hot dogs, that's what, 15 minutes. It's not a big ordeal. Krista does, she'll do all the getting the paper plates out or whatever, and it's not a big deal.
Paper plates.
Yeah. I'm
No
not doing
fine china.
Yeah, it's called Dixie. Actually, I'm going to go to BJ's and get a big thing of forks and spoons, and just have a bunch of. I'll get a bunch of paper plates and stuff so that it's not a. What?
Ask Jade what she just said.
What'd you say, Jade?
Oh gosh,
I can't hear you. You're on mute.
no telling. He's all right. Jay, what? Come on.
Oh
you
my
gotta
God!
share.
Spit it out.
Come on. What? Say it. Say
No,
it.
I'm acting like Eric now and he said BJ's.
It's
Oh my God! Come on.
Is that why you pulled out those knee pads, Eric? You're like, just so you know, Will Fly said, flying flamingo, spooning, not sleeping. I don't know exactly what that means, but oh, yes. Oh, I see. Right above it. Never mind. Jade said, Will Fly, I heard you're sleeping with Shaney again.
Where is Jade's mind tonight?
It's twisted. Get it?
Get it?
Iced tea. Oh my goodness. So should I said Sam's Club? Would that have been better for Jade, or Walmart? Sam's Club? I
never heard of BJ's.
Yeah,
Eric
it's a
will say,
wholesale.
I know.
Oh, we're getting into TMI here. Here we go. Oh boy. Linda's like, and this is what I say keeps me sane.
Yeah, it does. I love you guys.
And I did not tell you guys, but I'm bringing my, God, what is it? 102? I got 100, I think it's 102 or 120 inch projection screen. So we can do our videos. We can just like run videos from YouTube on it and our projection screen. And we can even go live, and that'll be our background is us actually. So what you see on Zoom will actually be on our screen behind us.
Oh, cool.
Be pretty awesome. As long as the Wi-Fi. Mark, how's the Wi-Fi there? I mean, the cell phone service there.
I have Verizon. And it worked fine.
I myself have Verizon.
I have
Dang it.
Verizon.
Hey, Jade, can you please read Will Fly's last comment there on the chat? She already replied. Oh wow. He said, Jade, ever heard of dicks? Oh, Dave Wolf, I'm on my show.
Oh my God.
Well,
Where'd Shane go?
I'm right here.
he's
Yeah.
taking a call.
Oh, okay. I thought you went like in the basement or something. Like, okay.
No, Dave Wolf just texted me. He's like, what are you doing? I'm like, oh, I'm on my show. What are you doing? And of course, Dave, yes, I do have a show.
Yeah, you do have a show on Tuesday night.
Chris, hello, how you doing? Welcome. We are talking about, don't read the chat. That's not what we're talking about.
Yeah. We're just talking. Tell Will to
Whatever.
get his butt on the show here.
Whatever moderator just took care of Nick's thing, good job. I would agree. I was trying to hit accept or allow or whatever it was.
Oh.
That was me.
Yeah. We're not tight-lipped here.
No.
You know, there's a sporting goods store, Dick's, and there's also the Crab Shack, Dick's. So if you go to the Crab Shack, Dick's, you can get crabs at Dick's.
Wow. Well, then you go next door to the shampoo department and get some stuff to remove crabs from Dick's.
Correct.
Oh my God. So, all right.
Yeah, meanwhile, back at the ranch.
So I'm going, so what I'm going to do is everything that I buy for Bad Apples, such as plates, forks, knives, all that good stuff, napkins, all that.
Yeah.
I will buy everything separate and then we can just go split it. You know what I mean? Like whoever we are on the, damn, Will Fly's killing me. He says 2 dicks, question mark. There are 2 dicks. Will is killing me tonight. I can hardly. Now, in the chat, Will's nonstop, but you put him on the show, he just sits back.
Will needs a timeout.
Will sits back and just looks at his Christmas tree.
Hey, I was wondering, guys.
Yes, Sean.
Hey, so I was wondering if before we go to Bad Apples, which I believe I'm going to go, I'm about 98% sure I'm going to go. Do you want us to like all get together and figure out who's bringing the plates and how many and forks and spoons? Because I have a lot of plasticware that's just here. I don't need it. I could bring all that, and that's just one less thing that y'all got to, buy.
I was thinking of that too. I'm like, everybody chips in and you bring all that stuff.
I mean,
help you, Shane.
So what I'm going to do, Sean, when he gets closer, probably maybe a week out, because like Sean, you're not getting there until Friday or so.
Yeah, it'd be like a Friday. I'd get there and just spend Friday night and Saturday night.
Right, and we're going to probably be there probably Tuesday. I say that, guys, you know why.
So
anyways.
The earlier ones, like I think we're going a little bit earlier. I've got like a big pile, I think still from our wedding, of plasticware, and then I can get some of those paper boats, paper plates, or even just get plates like from Sam's Club or something. Right, we can bring those down too.
So what I'll do is probably sometime next, what is it? We're 2.5 weeks out. So within a week before we're going to get there or it starts or whatever, I will, so that I hate getting involved in a group text. So what I will do is I will text each person and say, when are you coming and what are you bringing? And then I will deal with, because I'm not that group text thing. I can't stand it. It drives me nuts. But instead of everybody having having to listen to a conversation that doesn't include them at that point in time, I will just go ahead and write everything down. I will relay it to Krista, who then will relay it to Jade, and we'll get it all figured out. Sean, if you want to bring, ribs or whatever, just let me know what you're gonna bring and on for what day, and we can go from there. It'll be pretty simple.
Maybe find some people that are really good at organizing and try to figure out how many paper towel rolls we need, how many napkins, how many plates. And that way, I can say, hey, I can bring, the paper plates or the silverware or I got a ton of paper towels. So, just let us know what you need for sure.
I just don't agree, Sean or Shane, that you should be doing everything and everybody else sitting back. I think everybody should be.
Well, just like your marriage, you're wrong.
Wow. Okay.
I like it.
I'm just saying.
Shane, you need to go. Time out, Shane. Time out.
Let's. Hey, listen. If somebody says, "Hey, I don't mind cooking whatever tonight," or for lunch, let me cook, then that's fine. I don't have a problem with that. But I do not have a problem. Just remember, above my smoker/grill, it does not say Burger King. It's not your way. Other words. Now, everything I'm going to make is going to be like mass quantities anyways. That crock pot lasagna literally takes the length of time of browning hamburger meat, letting it cool, and stacking it all in a crock pot and turning it on low. That's it. It is the simplest, and it will feed a dozen or so people, and it's so good. The chicken spaghetti, Krista will be taking care of that. That's not a problem. The meatloaf, and not everybody's going to be there the length of time that we're going to be there. So when it's like meatloaf, I only have to make 2 little meatloafs and we'll be good to go. It's not how hard is it to make meatloaf? You put some breadcrumbs in it and
I think we're just saying that we're here to help you out as much as you need. That's all.
That's it.
The thing is too, it's like if you want us to bring the burger, I think that's going to be something you and I and Krista need to sit down and talk once we get a list of people.
Let me show you something. Hold on.
Oh yeah, and real quick too, I can get 10 pounds of ground beef for like $15. So if we might need to see where people are and how much they can get things for. So if you can get things really cheap one place, then maybe they should get it.
Let me show you something. Hold on.
We can get chicken.
No.
Fresh chicken.
Fresh chicken.
We
Jade.
We may be hatching baby chickens down in Georgia too, just so you're aware, because I am not giving up on Henry's little seed. He's gonna choke out the whole neighborhood here and piss them all off.
Yeah.
Do you have eating leaves also?
Whoa,
Jade,
Will Fly, you're staying with him?
Whoa, Eric, you did. Hey, Shane, he did that. Eric did that in Sam's Club. He carried around a mattress and he carried one of those around and he said, "Look at my meat."
And that's why he had the mattress with him, so he wouldn't have to go too far. So I paid $20 for this. It's 10 pounds. I know Sean said he could get it cheaper, but again, Sean, you're showing up on Friday, so I can make hamburgers for lunch and meatloaf all in this thing and feed a bunch of people. Anyways, this is just an idea. But I'm gonna go put my meat back.
Chris said crockpot eggplant parmesan. I'm in. What night are you cooking, Chris?
See, he's the meat boy. on the meat box. Jade, I'm sorry about your rooster.
Yeah, thank you.
I know
It's
I
pretty
had and I told you like an 87 to like 90 something. I had my little farm and yeah, and I had roosters and all that stuff. And so I totally get it. You get attached to them and they're like your pets and
Yeah, it was just a COVID thing for me to start and thought I would get eggs and it's like I love animals and
yeah.
And then somebody had offered to pass on hen roo to us and we've got bald eagles because we live on a lake and we were camping last weekend and my son went to put them away and lock them up and found them dead in the wooded area next door after a lady 2 houses down had made comments on Facebook about us and him. So I'll show her. I'm gonna hatch a bunch of his little babies.
Oh, okay.
That's what I would
So
do.
I take that back. We'll be having chicken nuggets.
No, Eric, no.
I can get a North Carolina rooster, Eric, and Chris has got one. Chris, bring your rooster along.
I'm sitting here reading the chat between Nick, Will,
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
and Kent. I'm over here busting up.
Yeah.
You better not be talking crap about the roosters.
Oh no, they're not talking crap about roosters.
Okay. I had Rhode Island Reds, and they laid those chickens like laid eggs like crazy, Jade. So I know.
Why do people hate roosters so much? I mean,
because we do.
Why do we hate roosters?
No, why do people hate roosters so much?
Because we didn't realize that roosters cock-a-doodle-doo all day long. And we heard them all day long. And the neighbors apparently heard them all day long. So then when I heard from a neighbor that this gal had posted something about him, I had bought all it is a Velcro strap and it kind of chokes him off a little bit, but it kind of restricts his crowing. So he sounded like he was hoarse. He would start to cock-a-doodle-doo and it would shorten up.
Is that where that Velcro strap went? I was looking for that the other night.
Oh my God.
I'm trying to figure out, you just told everybody you cinched down your cock.
Yep. So you better watch it.
So it sounds hoarse.
Watch out.
I don't have to watch out. I'm not sleeping with them.
I'm telling Chris.
Okay. Anyways, meanwhile on the paramotors, yeah.
Can you bring your rooster on your paramotor?
No.
Oh, if it went through your prop, it just, instead of smoke, it's chicken feathers.
That would be good. Actually, there was a question in chat. I think it was Nick wanting to know about your motor, Shane.
Oh, well, sore subject. I have to, I was in a good mood, guys. Thanks. So I'm having, in that last video I did with me flying over the alligators in that pond, I asked a question in the video, like first minute or two, about anybody have an idea about that ringing in when I let off. So I can throttle, I don't have any noise. As soon as I let off and the motor comes almost to idle, it'll start ringing. And it is, I think, a pulley. I don't have a clue, to be honest with you. We are going to get together, Eric and I, and maybe another person or two, and we're gonna do a private Zoom, and we're gonna tear my motor apart while I got all the tools here, and we'll figure it out. And then I'm gonna order some stuff, and then I'll put it back together and hope to God it fixes it. Anyways, Morning Wood Barbecue, welcome. Thank you for showing up just in time to talk about cooking roosters. I mean, yeah, that's what we were talking about, cooking roosters. Yes.
Yep.
Hey guys.
That sounds like Will. He's all
It
talkative in the chat. Let's see if he's talkative on camera.
I
Yeah,
just
Will's
said, hey
here.
guys. I mean, I jumped right on in there. I got second thoughts about staying with you though, Shane. After seeing
Oh well, my wife's with me. You couldn't get me out of that bed now. It wasn't like the tent where it was just you and I. You know what I mean? There was just a zipper between us, and I don't mean the one in my pant. What? I mean, it's an individual, a divider in the tent for room to room.
Man, the chat was going downhill quick. And you know who's to blame? It's going to be someone you don't suspect.
Walter.
Nope. Guess again. Now, someone you really wouldn't suspect, and they're on the panel.
Linda Anderson.
Yep.
What?
She started it all when she started talking about, well, I don't know if I should say it on the, but something that you needed to give your wife.
Oh, well.
Do you remember? Something facial?
Yeah.
Well, that's what
So,
started it all. So thanks a lot,
Nick-
Linda.
Nick Griffith is said something about in the chat about he's seen a couple of Mosters lately that's had that issue, tension pulley, I believe, and that's where I believe the issue. Eric, is that correct? That's what we're thinking it is, the tension pulley, or the clutch.
I'm thinking potentially the clutch, and Chris just mentioned something about lowering the idle 100 RPM to see if the clutch is touching the sprocket every now and then.
Well, I did send, so I really should probably do a video with this as well as doing a, because on the pulleys to both, or the, what do you call those, where I have the marks on the center of the,
On the serpentine belt, all the rings.
yeah, I've got, it looks like the two pulleys have actually like at some point touched, which would mean the belt would have to be super loose and would be at risk of falling off at that point. But when I took the pulley off, the top pulley off and tapped it on the bottom one, it literally sounds exactly like what I'm hearing when I'm flying. So
Does
the
it
belt,
look like a simple fix, Shane?
it is when I have a pulley puller, because I'll be able to pull the clutch apart and find out if there's a spring broken there or if there's any kind of damage. Worst case, so Nick just asked if I'd done a tension check. And the answer to that question is yes, I did one completely backwards, according to Craig Taylor. So that's a whole other issue. When I put it back together, I hung, because the Moster goes counterclockwise, and I hung the jug and the tension bar on the right side of the motor when it should have been on the left side of the motor. So for the correct tension. So I will tell everybody right now, I am not good with motors. Motors and computers are just Rubik's cubes to me. I'm screwed when it comes to either one of those. And I don't hide behind it. I don't know nothing about motors. I've got a $300 blower out there that just needs a carburetor rebuilt. I have no idea how to do it, so I went and bought a $20 electric one until I figure it out.
I'm right there with you, Shane. I mean, I know nothing about motors. So, and it took me a while, but I found someone local who was like, I mean, he's a mechanic for a living, but he also flies paramotors. So, and there's someone around like that does that in your area, or?
Well, I have one particular guy that he's very flighty, and I'm going to say no. Let's just leave it at no.
Okay.
That is a particularly very sore subject with me, because I've done a ton for him, and it's like pulling teeth. I don't ask for help very often, and when I do, it's because I really need it, and it's a sore subject. Let's just leave it at that. But I'm waiting for a text about, hey, we're gonna go fly, and I'm like, no, my motor's still broke because I don't have anybody to help me, and then I'm just gonna leave it at that because I don't know how else. I mean, I don't know how to. I'm not gonna beg somebody to help me. Like Eric and Sean has been more than willing to do a Zoom meeting with me and go over and figure it out. Craig Taylor spent some time with me on Monday trying to help me out. Eric did as well. So did Sean. And the problem with over the phone is they're talking about, I don't even know what the top pulley is or the bottom pulley is. I don't know what they're called. So they're talking about it. I don't know what it's called. So if I'm looking at the bottom clutch, I guess, and they're talking about the top pulley or what'd you call the belt? Serpentine belt. I don't know what that is. I'm at least with Zoom, I'd be able to put my finger on it. Is this what you're talking about? Yeah, that's it. And then we can go from there.
We'll get it fixed.
Yeah, I'm not, like I said, I could buy all the parts and pieces, show up at Bad Apples and put a sign on here going, I don't know how to fix this. And I'd have probably more help than I would know what to do with. But I don't want somebody to do it for me. I want to do it and just be walked through it. So, because I'm more of a hands-on learner than anything else. You can tell me all day long, but until I actually do it, I'm not going to learn it. So I just need somebody to take time to say, hey, all right, take this off, pull that out, do this, put it back together. It's all good. If you were to tell me that over the phone, I have no idea.
Yeah, I mean, I'm the same way. And I don't mind doing the work, but my problem, like 100-hour maintenance and stuff like that, I'm willing to do the work, the footwork. But the problem is even after I'm done, man, I don't know if I did it right. You know what I mean? I finished it, but I don't know if I did it right. So I'm just not confident enough to work on motors yet.
Real quick, Jason, wasn't talking about you, by the way. You're on the other side of the state. You're not 10 miles away from our house. Just so you know, I wasn't talking about you. I actually sent Craig Taylor a picture of me hanging the jug of water off the side of my motor to do the tension test. And I had no intentions on starting the motor up after I did that. I hadn't fixed anything. I just put it back together. And he's like, don't start. He called me up and told me don't start my motor because I hung the jug on the wrong side of the. So initially, the first maybe rev up or two, it would hold. But with it being on the opposite side, it has a chance of loosening. So you're going to end up throwing a belt, which is probably going to go through the prop. And then now I've got all other issues. And then I would have lost my flipping mind if that would have happened. So I will, like I said, we'll do a Zoom meeting, get everything figured out, what I need. I can leave everything in this room apart, labeled, what have you, order the parts, get them in, put them back on, and go from there.
My next $100 maintenance, I will do a step-by-step video for you, Shane.
And make sure you say, I'm doing this for ppgshane.com.
I will.
and then that's how you get Sean to walk away. He's like, damn it. Hey, Jay, did you see how cold it is there? He looks like he's in shorts and a short sleeve shirt. It's kind of cold there, I bet. Oh, look at him.
It's nice for me. It's dropping in temperature right now. We're supposed to get down to 30 degrees. We got a freeze warning.
Freeze warning?
Yeah, but it was 80 degrees earlier, so if you don't like the temperature in Arkansas, just stick around a minute.
Yeah, right.
I don't think it got out of the 30s today. Hey, all the people in the chat. Jesus. Hold on.
Turn the backdrop off so we see Jade laying in the yard with the chickens.
Not again. Oh, sorry, Jade. I showed him you laying in the yard with the chickens. Anyways, we're switching over to Sabre. Have you guys had anybody use it? Have good luck with it? Bad luck with it? Any luck with it?
Anybody in the chat? Chris, and hopefully in 2 weeks, I won't have to wait 2 weeks to have this problem taken care of. But there's not a reason why after I get it fixed, I can't drive over and meet up with you at Lake Wales. You going to Lake Wales? Or you going to Aviators in Lake Wales, right? I was thinking Avon because Four Winds was in Avon. Yes, he's at Aviators. All right. Never mind. Walter says it's a cold 63 there, Fahrenheit. What 63 F here? What is that? Walter and his upside down language. No one understands him.
Oh, Fahrenheit. He's probably used to Celsius. So he's probably saying it's 63 degrees Fahrenheit here.
Yeah, because he knows us dumb Americans. One guy down here uses it and likes it. Is that you, Mark? So,
like I said before the show, I used Sabre. I started off at K2 when I first started doing paramotors. Then I tried Sabre, and Sabre seemed to work really, really well. I enjoyed it a lot. And then, it was kind of expensive, $80 a gallon. And then I went to the Motsu 710 because it's only $50 a gallon. And it's good. It's okay. But if I had the money, I'd go back to Sabre.
So, Eric, if I was you, if that's really a good price for that, I would add a couple bucks to that and tote it down there, buy the case full and sell it, make a couple extra bucks.
Well, I wouldn't be interested in making money. I
forgot, Mr. Moneybanks. I forgot about all your money.
I have Jake.
Yeah.
But he's saying that Nick is running at 50 to 1.
That's what I run my Echo Red Armor. I run 50 to 1.
Okay.
That's what I use too, but I'm using Dominator.
Okay. Interesting.
I'm trying to understand what you meant by your comment there. I'm trying to translate that, and man, I don't know.
I think you were trying to say in all dicks is what. I don't know. I have no idea.
I don't know where to go with that.
I'm just glad he found the caps lock key, because normally he just leaves that on and just yells at everybody the entire time.
He says it's easier to see. I understand that. It's easier to see the what he's typing.
Uh-oh. I think Krista just dropped something. I heard bouncing around. Hey, I will tell you, Jade, if you text Krista during the day when she's at work, she will not reply to nobody, not even her husband. Well, sometimes. But when the girl's at work, she's all about work.
Is she Monday through Friday?
Yeah.
Okay.
That is even at lunchtime, I'm like, dude, I've been texting you. She's like, I've been busy. I ain't got time. But all her coworkers spend all day long on their phones, but not Krista. Krista's got to go. This is what I'm supposed to do. This is what I'm doing. Why?
So John, I've been using that Model 800 also, and I have the exact same problem on all of our motors, that we have oil kind of weeping out of every orifice.
Yeah, me too.
I know. Anyways, so hopefully we'll clear that up with this.
I do too. I didn't realize that you guys are having the same issue. I thought I just need to replace some seals because I need my 100-hour maintenance. So I wonder if that's an issue.
I got it coming out of my spark plug, and that's cinched down. I have it coming out of the exhaust where the brass ring is. And as far as I know, that's it.
I've had an exhaust leak ever since I put that new Y20 on there. And since I was working on my motor, I went ahead and did a red gasket seal on top and below a new gasket. And as soon as I get my motor up and running, we'll find out if I actually sealed it or not. Oh,
So Nick, if that carbon's adjusting my compression, wouldn't I have more compression? Which would be more power? I probably got so much carbon built up into that thing.
Well, wouldn't that mean your mixture's too rich? I mean,
Well, I think you can use the same mixture and just the different properties of oil will give you a different reaction, or not reaction.
burn.
It'll leave different deposits inside of that head. So because you can have one oil that is clean, no smoke, and then you could have another oil that is just smoking like no other, and that's going to be the one that's leaving a mess on your motor, leaving carbon inside of or on top of the piston.
Well, if your motor has so much oil that it's got to spit it out of every orifice, isn't that better than it trying to search for some oil?
That is true.
Again, I don't know crap about motors, and I'm not going to lie to anybody and say I do. But I mean, if it's spewing oil out of cracks and crevices, it's got to have more than it needs to stay lubricated.
Right.
Well, the reason I said that is because for a while I ran my motor way too rich, and I had oil coming. Of course, how about fouling out spark plugs? Are you fouling out plugs a lot?
I have not
Never.
changed my spark plug since 68 hours, and I'm on 114 right now.
Yeah, never fouled out a plug.
Huh. Jade. Oh, see,
What?
she was asking me about the.
Oh, okay.
What's that? It's called a gator. Is that what that's called? Or what's the other name for it?
Buff?
It's a gator.
Buff.
Get a nice polyester white one and have Jade put your emblem on it.
That'd be cool. She ought to do this stuff and sell them at Bad Apples.
So today I bought some can koozies that I'm getting ordered, and I'm going to try to get some paramotor stuff put on. And I bought some lanyards, and I'll try to find some paramotor stuff to put on there. And I was looking at gaiters, but wasn't sure. I'm hoping we're not having to wear these forever.
Right. Well, I mean, when you're flying, am I the only one that likes to have, cover their nose so that cold air doesn't go rushing up the nostrils?
Yeah.
The pollen and everything else that goes along with it.
Cold air. How warm is it there today?
We're in North Carolina.
Yeah.
Right now it's 61.
Oh, stop being a baby.
Yeah, but
We
hey,
were flying in 9-degree weather.
yeah, what's the pollen look like up there? You don't have the problem with that yet, do you?
Oh yeah,
Well,
we're
pollen.
sneezing and
Really?
Oh my God.
pine trees, yellow windshields, and yeah.
Oh, they had that bad at Swanee.
Yeah.
I had washed and waxed my truck before I got there. Within the first hour and a half, I could already see a yellow tint to it. And before I left, my truck looked like a freaking, it looked like I hadn't washed it in a year and a half. It was horrible. And Will and I slept in the tent, and everything was open. So, that pollen was over it, everything. We never could escape it. So I didn't actually have I don't remember having any sinus issues or what have you. Should have.
How is it after you fly though? I mean, that's when I had the sneezing attacks and my nose just gets continually running. So I don't know. I find this really helps.
Is that why you're wearing that? Is to keep the pollen down?
No, I just went flying. I got flying. I haven't taken it off yet.
That's probably like the Christmas tree. It'll be there next.
Yeah, I know. With you again, I'm not supposed to keep it on.
For those in the chat don't know,
Show us the Christmas tree again.
Will still has his Christmas tree up from last year, just so you know. Which was discovered on a nonchalant kind of private Zoom chat that we were having. And he was just like, yeah, and I just happened to see a Christmas ball. I'm like, is that a Christmas tree? He goes, oh yeah, I still haven't taken that down.
And I was in my skimpies. Or
Oh, we
skimpies,
didn't have-
whatever you call them. Let's see.
That's so funny. I was in my TV. Thank you very much.
That's as far as I can do it, but there's a Christmas tree.
You still have that in the window with the lights on?
Damn straight I do. Yeah, I'm proud of that thing.
Hey, but Eric, what he's not telling you, if you go out back, the backyard is a haunted house. It's still got the Halloween decorations
Right.
up in the back.
One room's
Oh
a
my
Thanksgiving
God.
room. One room's
Oh
a.
my God. Oh my God.
July
Oh, dude.
4th. July 4th. Don't forget July 4th. Thanksgiving.
Hey, and of course, Ben from Paramotor NC just pops in the chat. Huh. He may or may not have been there when I discovered the Christmas tree as well.
Hey, you just put a video up. I think it was was it yesterday? Yesterday or today? You ought to check it out. Of our,
I did see it, and I can't express to you how much I enjoy watching his videos because he explains things. I don't want to say he dummies them down because it's not what I mean, but he goes in depth. So he has a failed launch. Apparently, he forgot to grab his A's, and when I'm not going to give the whole video away, but when he goes back to reset up, he realizes he has a twig stuck in his lines. So if he would have taken off, if he would have had his A's in his hand, then he may have ended up with some kind of, issue with his wing because he had a twig stuck in it. And he was very thankful that he had that failed launch. And, I was like, man, it's a nice way of looking at it. I'd have been so mad at myself. How do you forget your A's? I'd have been in my head just yelling at myself. I will promise you this. No one can ever yell at me as much as I yell at myself. Just so you know, I call myself all kind of names when I mess up. But I was just like, dude, that's a really nice way of putting it. Like the way that he puts his video out. It's to me, I'm always enjoy watching his videos. And
see what he did with that twig?
Yeah, he just threw it right back down on the ground.
Yes, for the next guy.
Yeah, I was like,
instead of
I
turning
didn't want to
around
say
and
it. Yeah, not even a medium throw. It was just like, all right, it's out of my way now. You guys can set up over here.
Just razzing you, Ben. Had a good time.
Oh yeah, and then you made a scene in there. You had a nice little landing.
I'm doing a whole video on that. You'll see. Scariest takeoff I've ever experienced in my entire life.
Was it a Mark Elroy? Takeoff?
Yeah. To me, it felt that way, but it wasn't as I don't know what's the word. If it went wrong, it would have been very wrong.
Right.
Let's put it to you that way. And I still can't believe I pulled that off.
So my question to Ben is Todd left your house yet, or has he still got his motorhome parked there? Because when that guy parks his motorhome, it's for a couple weeks. I have noticed that.
You've seen that, haven't you? You've seen his coach, haven't you?
Oh yeah.
It's beautiful.
I've seen it at the poker run at Wauchula, and it was the very first time I seen it, and I met him in person. And then I've seen it several at Compound, other fly-ins and stuff. But I have noticed when he parks his motorhome, it's for a little while. He doesn't normally just come for the weekend and then head out.
Well, I can't imagine his fuel. He burns a lot of diesel, I'm sure.
Well, let's just put it to you this way: if you got a motorhome that size and that price tag, diesel fuel's not that bad.
Yeah, I guess you don't have to worry about it.
I mean, I'm sure he's worried about it. Ben said he's gone. Hey, Todd's left. I mean, no, not Todd. Jesus.
Todd.
Todd, yes. This is what happens when I'm on my second beer. Good Lord. I can't think. All right, so man, we got what do we got? 2 more Mondays before Bad Apples? I'm sorry, 2 more Tuesdays. Well, 2 more Mondays as well.
Yeah, is Ben going to Bad Apples?
Yeah.
Ben is going. Like I said, he's going to be there. I believe he said Thursday and Friday.
Oh yeah.
And then he's going to spend a week family time on the weekends, which I 100%. I actually feel really bad. I dislike going out of town, doing whatever without my wife. She's kind of a nice person. I like to spend time with her. So when she doesn't go to fly-ins with me, or I go hunting in Ohio all the time, sometimes I can get her to go with me, and sometimes she's like, I don't want to go. And I kind of don't like that. But one, because I know she doesn't cook. So that means chicken nuggets, frozen, pot pies. The girl will eat some pot pies. Why? I don't know. That tastes nasty. And she just doesn't eat very well. So Ben said, yes, he will be there at Bad Apples.
Hey, you've got 2. Okay, yeah. So you've got 2 more Tuesdays before Bad Apples, but that puts you there on a Tuesday for your show.
And we will
go there.
We're gonna. Mark Elroy said that he has Verizon. I have Verizon. He said the internet or the cell service there is good. So we will be doing it. I may start the show live from the air, and then go into landing, and then put my stuff away, and then finishing out the show. Maybe that night somebody. That should be a good night for crockpot lasagna. Just so you know.
Yeah, that sounds good.
That way I don't have to cook. It's already been cooking all day long in the crockpot.
Right on.
Wait, I gotta change that on the schedule again. What day?
No, I'm just throwing it out there. We could do chicken spaghetti that night.
What day?
If I don't, it's Tuesday.
I thought Tuesday was Taco Tuesday.
That's, I don't know. Yesterday was Margarita Monday.
Ooh.
And we went to, we actually met up with some friends of ours that we went to school with. And our waitress is a girl I went to school with since elementary school. And we give each other a hard time constantly. And our waitress is very heavy-handed. So my wife's like, yeah, I'll have a margarita. And then next thing you know, my wife's like, yeah, I'll just take a Miller. And I seen our waitress as she walked away. She grabbed Krista's empty margarita and she goes, with sugar. And I thought to myself, she's not going to bring back a Miller with the rim of sugar. No, she brought back another margarita. My wife is like, oh, I don't know. Well, I don't know about this one. She did drink it. And then she got a margarita to go. And a to-go cup, because that's how we roll. But let's just say I drove home.
Well, I'll be there again. I'll be the designated driver. So.
And are you getting there? We'll talk. You already told me, right?
Yeah.
Oh, actually, you told me you will let me know when it gets closer.
Yeah. Yeah. I can be there whenever.
Okay.
He's got to take his Christmas tree down.
Yeah, that's right.
So, Will, just text me when you're going to be there, and then we'll add you to the food plan.
Okay.
Like if you're going to be there at noon or whatever on whatever day, then I'll fit you in there, and so forth. But
is there a grocery store close by there?
Mark Elroy, if you're still in the chat, is there a grocery store nearby? Or I believe Nick has been there.
There's bound to be.
Yeah, there's always a Walmart within miles. Good Lord. Imagine if there's a BJ's. Jade would have to go. There's a BJ's. We got to go.
Hey,
And
Ben says
Eric would say,
try to talk his wife into coming, or he'd like to get his wife to come, and she'd have a good time.
We would all like our wives to come.
Yeah.
What happened?
Where did Jade go?
She's like, I'm done. I'm out of here.
Where did Linda go?
She left. She didn't even say bye.
No, she just left. Come back, Linda.
Mark Elroy says Walmart's about 10 minutes away.
Okay, good.
I promise you guys, will not forget my smoker. Like I did at Swanee.
And I had to go get a smoker that wasn't a smoker.
It's all right. Oh, I will tell you, Will. That lump charcoal, I just tried that out the other day when I was in my last camping trip.
Right?
That's not good charcoal.
Really?
Dude, I used with 3 cooks, I used that entire bag. And it could barely get up to, I'm sorry, I just read the thumbs up thing from Sean. I could barely get the temperature to, it just didn't burn right. I have no idea. I heard it was good for like when you're smoking meat because it has the different size chunks in it, like uneven. But again, I'm not saying anything negative about you being nice enough to bring charcoal, but I would never use lump charcoal again. I did not have a good time.
Dude, you're not going to hurt my feelings. I know nothing about charcoal, but it surprises me because that was more expensive than the other stuff, you know? So I figured, well,
that was the very first time I ever tried it. And I was like, holy crap. It took forever for it to light, like to get, and you know, you don't start cooking until all the coals are grayed over. It has a, you know, half of it wouldn't even be. I'm like, okay. Then I go to blow on it. Next thing you know, it's like sparking off at me. I'm like, what in the world? I'm like, all right. I told my wife, I was like, dude, don't ever buy lump charcoal. She's like, why? I'm like, look at it. She's like, what's wrong with it? She has no clue.
okay,
She just
does
knows.
she get mad at you when you call her dude too, like I get mad at Eric?
I don't call her dude.
You just said that.
I wasn't talking to her directly right now.
Well, that's what you said.
Yeah, dude.
You know what her nickname was? Little Mama.
Yeah, but you don't call her dude, Eric.
No. Dude, you need to chill.
Stop yourself.
You want to know something? This is true. I had a great aunt and it was Aunt Dude. I promise. Yep. So you shouldn't take offense to that, Jade.
See?
Yeah, a dude. You know what a dude is? It's a hair on an elephant's butt. Look it up.
Yeah, it's you guys.
Why do you guys reach up and turn the microphone off?
We know you can still hear us, Jade.
I know, because you can hear me on Eric's microphone. So I don't know why.
We have an echo.
Echo, echo, echo.
That's just her telling you multiple times to do the same thing she told you to do multiple times.
He still doesn't hear it.
It's
Do
the
what?
only multiples she does.
So, Jade, are you having a wonderful conversation with Cupcake Krista?
She's not talking to me right now
Maybe she's working.
because we need to talk to you.
Oh, Lord. And she ain't coming in here because the camera's on.
Right.
Let me check behind the couch, make sure she's not crawling back
Hey,
here.
call her in and tell her you're done. Tell her you're done and it's just you and I. I want to see her crawling.
Have you shown her that yet, Shane?
No, I haven't
And then
even gone back to
And then
look.
the dog's tail behind her.
I don't understand it. What is wrong with her, man?
Classic.
Good Lord, I'm willing to come on here in multiple wigs, and she's like all dolled up. She's got her hair and makeup done, and dress nice. I didn't just start this and she wake up from a nap and have like
Tell her you guys pick on me every time, so I don't know what the problem is.
pick on you about what?
Oh, my hair, my chickens, sitting up on my chickens, my hair.
So what do you call it when the chickens make that noise?
Which noise?
The cock-a-doodle-doodle noise.
We don't have that anymore.
Oh, did you eat it? What happened to it?
Neighbors threw rocks at it. The neighbors murdered it.
Did
Yes.
it really?
Yes.
Dang.
The cop's dog and I think the wonderful neighbor next door to the cop bashed it in, I think, with a shovel, but I think the dog got it because I've got it on video now of the cop screaming
What the heck's
for
wrong
his dog.
with them? What do you mean bastard in that? What do you mean? You mean they killed
Because
the
yeah,
chicken
because
with
my
a-
rooster was crushed internally because my son and the cop, the neighbor that lived next door, did an autopsy on him because we wanted to see if there was any gunshot.
Necropsy.
Thank you, Eric.
that's horrible.
Necropsy. Isn't animals necropsy? What is it? Autopsy is what we do on humans. Animals is necropsy
I
or
don't
something
know.
like that.
And then I told my son not to bury him before we got home because I wanted to see him. And Eric told me I was a sicko. And I said, I used to do pictures for autopsies for the police department and the sheriff's department. So I guess I'm a sicko.
So they didn't like the noise. The neighbors didn't like the noise.
Correct. Because earlier in the week, one of the gals had made a comment on Facebook.
Okay, so let me tell you what you need to do. You need to get a Bluetooth speaker and play Rooster noise on replay while you're away at work, just on as
Yep.
loud as it'll go.
Because my kid has got one of those megaphones and I'd love to do that. But you know what we're doing? I got to take you over. I want to show you what we're doing better yet. Oh, Eric, turn that. I'll get it.
I'm never comfortable when a woman tells me, "Let me take you over." What?
Hang on. So this is what we got going on now. I got to figure out how to reverse this. How do I turn it? Okay. Take Tin Man off. And then how do I reverse it? There. I'm going to get those effing neighbors. Look at them all. 14 more days, I'll be able to tell. And all these little babies are probably coming to the fly-in.
So that's an incubator.
Yep.
All right. I thought you were just getting ready for. Oh my God, you're deep frying them. I mean, dehydrating them. Is that a dehydrator?
Oh, I bought the wrong thing. I got a dehydrator.
We have jerky chicken.
Okay, so you're not going to give up raising chickens.
I guess not now.
Oh my God. Can you have multiple roosters or will they like fight each other constantly?
I think they'll fight each other. And that's why I originally got the hen roo, because him and his dad were fighting. So that's why the gal had given me hen roo. And we needed him kind of as a protector. So I needed his job. So he protected the girls at least.
Why did you name him that and not more of an appropriate name? Like
Because that
Chicken
was
Nugget?
his name. That was his name when we got him.
Oh, Linda's computer froze up. That's why she left without saying goodbye.
She got called back, I bet.
So why don't you name them like Fried Chicken and Chicken Nugget?
No. So I've got 4 chickens and they're supposed to be all Americanas, but one's Honey, which originally got attacked by the cop dog in our backyard. on my first day of school, and I was Eric, can you turn your mute on? First day of school, as my cameras were going off, I'm screaming at the dog, and then at the same time I'm calling the cop neighbor and texting him saying, get over to the house because your dog is killing my chickens. And I see was my favorite chicken. She was the one that at least let us pick her up. She's hobbling back to the coop trying to hide. And she was kind of the ringleader, and now she's kind of like the smallest one in the four. And I don't know anything about chickens, and it's like I've been just learning. So it's just kind of fun. Eric won't eat eggs anymore.
Really, Eric?
Yeah.
Because of
Okay,
that?
so because I've seen the thing that gave birth to this, that's kind of like venison. I used to hunt, and then well, not that I ate deer meat before, but after you're watching it, nice peacefully going through the woods, and then you shoot it with an arrow, and then you put the knife in its butt and split it open and scoop. Oh, I'm not eating that.
Yeah, I'd be the same way.
Okay,
if I named
so
it.
I'm a big hunter, and I want to explain this to you this way. If you were to die, would you rather do it as a cow that knows that it's going to the slaughterhouse? It can smell the fear and the blood in the air, and all the process that a cow goes to up to the point of where it dies? Or would you like to be frolicking through the woods, having a nice morning walk, and then just die?
Well, I'm trying to picture a cow frolicking through the woods, but
They won't. No, a deer. So what I'm saying is a cow.
I hear what you're saying. I mean, quality of life versus quantity. I mean, I hear what you're saying. It's just, I guess I would have an emotional attachment to the thing that I was about to eat, and I guess that would bother me,
So for me personally, I would rather not just be walking through the woods and then be done, and that's what deer hunting is. I mean, especially with a bow. I've seen several videos where you can actually they've actually shot a deer with an arrow, and because the broadheads are so sharp that it goes through the animal, they take a couple of leaps and then go right back to eating while blood is pumping out of both sides of them. They have no idea. I would actually rather shoot an animal with a bow than I would a gun, because every time I've ever shot an animal with a gun, they take off running.
Mm-hmm.
But I've shot up several with a bow, and most of them have no clue they've even been hit, because it goes through and comes out the other side so quickly, and it's so clean that they just go back to doing what they were normally doing. And next thing you know, their tail ends get heavy and they fall over and it's done. But I've watched how they process cows, and you can, from the time the cows are herded into a trailer, traveled across however many miles to the processor, and then as soon as they get to the processor, they actually have put heart monitors on the animals and stuff before they ever even get to the processor, and they already the heart rate start beating faster. Like, they know what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
So for me personally, hunting, it is a lot of work. Hunting is actually killing the animals, not the hard part. It's dragging it out of the woods, it's cleaning it, it's processing it, packaging it, getting it ready for human consumption. That's the hard part. It's easy to go get up in the morning, go sit in the woods and wait for something to walk by. I've gone to Ohio. This was actually the first year that I actually skipped hunting altogether. I did not do one day this year in the woods because somebody got an addiction called PPG and decided he would rather go and fly instead of hunt. But it's the first time in almost 20 years that I have not, actually over 20 years that I have not hunted. But I've gone out of state and hunted more times out of state and not killed anything than killed anything. Because I don't go just, there's a lot of guys, if it's brown, it's down. they shoot everything and anything. I look for a particular type of animal, and that's what I hunt. So a lot of times I don't even come back with meat, but I get to enjoy the time alone in the woods. It's kind of like, well, it is exactly like flying. It's just you fly. You know, when you're flying, you don't talk to anybody unless you have comms, which that's probably why I refuse to have comms, because I enjoy just having that moment to myself and reflect on life. And I do the same thing in the tree stand. I figure out problems in my head. You know, if my wife and I are in an argument or something, and I find out why she's wrong and figure out
Why she's wrong. Yeah.
Shane, I
Huh.
hunt too, or used to hunt with my dad and my uncles, and I taught my son to hunt. And the only time I would read books would be deer hunting. I had to put a book down to shoot my first deer.
One night, my daughter killed her first deer in Ohio. We were sitting there together, and these deer kept coming out in the field, and she was with her bow, and she's comfortable at no more than 25 yards at this point in time of her learning how to shoot. And these deer all stayed within 35 yards for half hour, 45 minutes. And I'm like, honey, if you want to shoot a deer, you're gonna have to do it with a shotgun. And she's like, no, I want to kill one with my bow. I'm like, well, they're not coming in any closer. I don't know what you want. And finally, she took the shotgun and killed her first buck. And I can't. So my daughter's absolutely beautiful. Just she's a cheerleader. She's not much of a girly girl, but she is a girly girl. My buddy killed a deer down on our property that we had off at, down in Grant. And first thing my daughter did when she walked up, she put both fingers in the entrance or the entrance hole of the arrow, and she goes, "Oh, that thing went all the way through." I'm looking at this little girl like, "Holy crap!" There's no way any other girl that I've ever known would be willing to do that. She's helped me more times than I can remember, skinning out hogs and deer in the front yard. She just grabs the skin and starts pulling and stuff, and I'm like. But she goes in, washes her hand, puts her mascara on, takes a little toothpick and makes sure each one of her eyelashes are separated. It's ridiculous. But you would never guess that this girl would have no problem sticking a knife into a deer and cutting off hams and doing her thing. It is what it is. She loves it.
So wouldn't using a shotgun just make a big mess though? I mean, as far as buckshot and all that getting everywhere?
Not if it was a slug.
Yeah, in Ohio, you're only allowed to use slugs. I've actually never killed a deer with buckshot. I use it for home defense, but that's about it. But yeah, we use a 3-inch 1-ounce slug. It's a rifle barrel. It's a Winchester. Good Lord, I can't remember. I use a rifle barrel. I can shoot 200 yards with it. It does have a kick. She ended up getting a black eye from it, and she got scope eyed. That was my fault. I didn't realize she was sitting properly, and well, when she pulled the trigger, it smacked her in the face, and 2 days later, she had 2 black eyes and a cooler full of deer meat. So she was happy. But yeah. All right, guys, I think we're going to call this quits. What do you guys think? Everybody in the chat, do we want to call it quits, or do we want to go at least one more beer?
Yeah, I had a good time.
And for Mike, was it Michael that was saying that if it's that crowded, he didn't want to fly or wasn't willing, what was it that he said? He would be less interested to go if it was really busy or crowded for flying.
The more he heard about it, the more he heard about it, he was hesitant. He was becoming more hesitant to go. But man, don't let that stop you. I mean, the fun ain't gonna be like Shane already said. The fun's about the people. It's not about the flying. You will not regret it.
Right. That's the whole thing. Dave Wolf, texted me earlier and said, "You ever hunted a wolf?" I might have to hunt a wolf in the air from Paramotor. Just all it takes is a slingshot.
Dave
And
Wolf is in here now.
yes, I know. I just saw him.
Oh,
But yeah, fly-ins aren't just about flying. Actually, Dave Wolf, I think, is like one of the first people I ever heard say that. You go to fly-ins not to fly. You go to fly-ins to hang out. And if you really think about it, we only fly 2 hours in the morning and 2 hours in the evening. All day long, you get to talk all day long. Then the sun goes down, we get to talk up until whoever is a wimp and can't stay up that late, which is usually me. I'm usually going back to bed around at least 11. I'm like, all right, I got to get up in the morning. I got to go. But
Hey, I got a
Damn,
question.
the night's halfway over at 11.
I got a question. Do you guys want me to make a sublimation or a vinyl iron-on that you guys could take home for? Remember when I did the? Hang on, I gotta find it. The 100 below thing. Make a mile-high one.
Is that a sticker?
No, this is vinyl, so you could actually take it home and you could probably iron it on. If you don't have a heat press, or you bring your shirt and Eric won't let me bring my heat press along.
We're not bringing the heat press.
Jade, if you listen to me carefully, that is a big camper with a lot of storage. You can hide it somewhere.
It's pretty heavy. I am not going to be able to get that up there by myself.
Didn't you say you had your son's there?
Oh yeah, part of the time.
Okay, well, the part that he's there, he should be helping you lift up.
I'll put it up in Savannah's little bunkhouse and she'll sleep with the heat press.
She won't be cold.
No.
And her hair will be straight in the morning.
I'm looking forward to moonshiners though, for the fly. Yes, and you. And flying 3 states in one flight. That's what I'm doing. And I'm going to make a little patch for that.
Dave Wolf, are you going to be at Moonshiners and or Bad Apples? Please reply in the chat. Now, on with yes. So when I was in Ohio, we got to fly Ohio, and then we went over the river to Kentucky, and I thought that was the coolest thing ever. And yes, I am super excited about doing 3 states in once. That'd be awesome.
So what, it's Ohio, Kentucky, Indiana? Is that?
Well, no, when Moonshiners were able to do Tennessee, was it Virginia?
Oh, yeah. Tennessee, North Carolina, and
North Carolina.
It wouldn't be, was it Virginia?
It's one of those Virginias. Something.
Virginia.
Good night, Sean.
Good night, Sean.
Have a good sleep.
Yeah, man. Hey, I got a surprise for both of you.
Me?
Yep, Eric and Jade.
Woohoo!
Gonna bring it to Bad Apples. Remember, you promised to wear it.
It's a dusty Christmas tree. It's going to be a dusty Christmas tree. That's the surprise.
You made me promise to wear something, so hey, right back at you.
Yep. Did you see Eric wore his and he was like freaking out about it?
No.
I wasn't freaking out. It's just you kind of lose your man card when you're walking around town wearing a flamingo on your shirt.
I will be able to pick you guys out in a crowd.
People just
you guys all laugh. You're gonna have the same shirt.
Except Shane's is bright green.
Yeah, if you got 10 guys wearing the same shirt, it's one thing. But when you got one lone guy.
Exactly.
Wait a minute. No. If you got 10 guys wearing the same shirt holding the hands, it's the same as wearing that one that he was wearing. I'm totally just busting on you. That's not true. Michael, hopefully hopefully you can make bad apples. I honestly think, I mean, even if you don't fly, you will have a great time. It is, like I said, again, if I'm not one of the first dozen up in the air in the morning, I probably won't fly unless it's everybody's being slow on taking off in the morning. Dave Wolf said he'll be at Bad Apples 100%, Moonshiners 80%, which is odd because it's closer to Ohio. So you think you'd be 100% at Moonshiners and 80% at Bad Apples. Bring the wife. So he's hoping to bring his wife to Moonshiners. That would be a great place to bring your wife, is to Moonshiners. Hopefully they have some moonshine. Do they have moonshine there?
Hey,
Where?
better.
Bad Apples. Actually, I have some moonshine in here. If I run out of fuel, I could just put some of that in and put two-stroke in there. It'd be sound like I have nitrous in there. Just be good for one good flight. Or half a flight.
If Michael goes down to Bad Apples, he'll be able to get one of Jade's shirts.
Oh, look at there.
And then he can walk around town with that flamingo on him.
There's nothing wrong with that flamingo. I'm going to wear that shirt proudly, just so you know.
I agree.
Thank you.
When they say, hey, who made that shirt? I'd be like, this dude over here did.
Stop yourself.
I had to. I was waiting all night for that. Look at you. You're all just like this asshole right here. So why
So what other good stuff should we make?
For shirts?
Shirts, I mean, we can make anything. It's just
You
need
say
ideas.
we like it's just like nothing. We are we French?
I'm in the sales department.
Oh. So, like I said, I ordered 20 lanyards, different colors, and I ordered can koozies, different colors. So I'll try to put some paramotor stuff on those. And I'll bring those down, see if anybody wants any of those. I can make some flags, or if you guys want to message me and say you want like a garden flag to hang out in front of your tent while you spoon Will.
Our camper is occupied.
Oh, by Will.
You will need to come back.
If you see a sock on the door, you'll know what, to just kind of.
Oh man.
Campers are rocking.
There will be no rocking in the camper. That's a negative Ghost Rider.
What will people think?
So I also have been trying to learn how to master some stickers. So I'm gonna make my paramotor, and I'm trying to make Eric his Tin Man sticker, so we can bring some of those down and do some trades also.
All right, Michael said he'll be there. Michael, you better mean Bad Apples.
All right.
Yeah, look for the flag. You'll see the flag.
Or a bunch of guys walking around with flamingos on their shirt.
Oh yeah, wait a minute. Hold on. What day are we all wearing Jade's shirt? It's gonna be Friday or Saturday.
Every day.
It's got to be a Friday.
You do not want us to wear the same shirt every day.
All day, every day. No, I'm just kidding. Friday or Saturday. What day, Jade, do you think would be best advertisement of your shirt? When there's 15 of us walking around wearing the same shirts, what is the best?
I don't know. I've never been to a fly-in, so.
I would say Saturday, because everyone's going to definitely be there. Some people will be showing up Friday evening or what have you, but I think Saturday would be best. So we have to coordinate. Jesus, this is what happens when I don't drink enough.
You start an hour late.
Dude.
Flamingo gang, Walter said. That's right.
I am
only problem is she made me 5 shirts. I have to wear them all week long.
I don't even have one.
Well,
Things wrong here. So I decided instead of mailing everybody's, I'm just gonna bring yours down if that's okay, like Will and Shane.
yeah.
But like Walter, I made you one because you're special, dude. And I've gotta get it to Sean, and I'm not sure if his care package is going out before Bad Apple. So I'll
Hey,
get it
real
to him.
quick. Hold on, real quick. Cypress Blue, Laura, hello. Bye, by the way. And Skinner Farms, hello, guys. Sorry, guys are heading out, or actually, Cypress Blue is. She is a huge supporter of my channel, just so you know. She's very nice
Awesome.
lady. And super awesome. Skinner Farms, what's going on, by the way? Haven't seen you in a while. Welcome and thank you for showing up tonight. Sorry, Jade, continue. I'm sorry, I just want to catch them before they left.
No problem. Michael, just let me know if you want a garden flag to put out in front of your camper or your tent. I can personalize something for you.
And she, Michael,
How do you put yours up, Shane?
what?
Is it like the windsock pole, the collapsible pole? Like I broke.
Yes, I have. I forgot what brand it is. I got it on Amazon, but yeah, you just extend it, twist it, and then just all the way up. Mine actually, I got a pole holder on the front of my camper. I put on there just for that one particular flag. I will say though, I don't like that flagpole. The where you're supposed to put the clips on, those don't actually turn. So when the wind is kind of swirling, it just wraps the flag up. And then you gotta, when I notice it, I'll have to
Unwrap it.
Unwrap it every time.
Walter says it gets down to about 30 degrees Fahrenheit in the wintertime there.
That's way colder than Wisconsin will ever be.
Yeah, I know. That's tough.
Josh wants to see one of your flags, Jade.
Hang on. Whoops.
Oh, you don't have to jump out of your seat that fast, girl.
Did she
I know.
make the flag, Shane?
What's that?
Did she make the flag? Your flag?
No.
Craig Taylor with Wicked Wings logo. It's the same gentleman that made my background. That's the center of my wing there, which I know you know, but I'm gonna explain.
So that's my goal, is I want to learn how to do that also. Not to take away Wicked Wings, but I would like to learn how to do that. So these are the garden flags. They're I use a 11 by 17 paper sublimate. Eric is no longer the Wile E. Coyote, so we have to change it to the Tin Man. But we put YouTube, and now he already has a different YouTube name.
Good thing he don't change wives like he changes his logos and .com.
He did.
If you could
He
make
did.
Why can't you
What?
just, like, if you could make that, you could. Why couldn't you make the regular kind of flag, you know?
So I looked today for at least like a 3 foot by 5 foot flag, but I couldn't find any just white ones. So I'm in search of bigger flags like Sean has with his Paramotor prop TV
Right.
stuff.
Clear prop.
So clear prop. I'm looking for stuff like that so I can make, something. I want to show you, Shane, that my neighbor lady, she taught me how to do wood. Mary, yeah, she taught me how to do wood burning. And this is actually me. She took a picture of me and I just added the flamingos in there and just added that in there.
Nice.
So I think she's probably sleeping by now, but I think she's going to be making you something to send down.
Why don't she come down with you?
She won't.
But tell her I'll be there. She will.
She will.
Hey,
So
one of
anyway,
these
that was
days-
my first wood burn that I did too.
Very nice. On one of these days, I'll have to come up and visit you guys. And then since she keeps her door unlocked, I should just walk in.
You know, and I had to cancel coffee today too. I got
What?
called
How
into work
rude.
early. I know.
How rude.
2 days in a row I had to cancel.
Hey, so Josh Perry wants to know how much it would cost to make him a flag. So Josh, what we're doing is trading. We're not doing any money exchange. We're doing some trading. So you're gonna have to trade Jade something good. I think Brian Waller's bringing us tomatoes. Shane's cooking. Will is scaring us.
You'll like it.
So this
Yeah.
is my first pair of socks I made.
Do you
Now,
have to
wouldn't
wear
that
those
be-
too,
what-
Eric?
Hold
Those
on.
were completely white socks.
Hold on. Wouldn't those be better as underwear?
Yeah, maybe.
The Cookie Monster?
Yeah.
No, nobody.
But they were completely white
I'm with
white
you,
at
Jay.
one time.
I don't know how you guys missed that. I'm actually.
I caught it and I'm ignoring you. So
I
these are
wasn't
the
talking about you. I was
these are
talking-
the
Dude,
gators that I have, but they're kind of big, and we kind of were designing. This is his daughter came up with this design, and it's been sitting here since the start of COVID, but it's pretty big. It falls down off my face, and it's just like a polyester fabric.
in the dryer.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. But you can, I mean, I've got a bunch of these around. I've got masks. So I tried
Josh
making
Perry.
one for Eric as duct tape, but it didn't turn out real well. I just wanted him to have wear duct tape.
can you
That's
hold
for
that
the
up again?
camper.
Jade, can you hold that one up again? I did miss it. I didn't see what you
The
had.
duct tape.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Now she
So-
just uses the real thing.
Yeah.
These two, dude, I absolutely love hanging out with Jade and Eric. I think they're together. They're little spats back and forth. They're freaking hilarious.
Yeah, Josh, she can. She can make custom face masks. I have like 40 of them.
And he's not wearing one of them.
So no, he doesn't
all
wear
the way
them.
down to the red
So-
ball. I have the red ball that goes in my mouth.
No, he
Awesome.
doesn't. So I made this one for Eric and he doesn't wear it. This is a mask. So, and I can do double-sided, so I can put 2 sides on it. And of course, most of mine nowadays have flamingos on them.
Oh, Jade, you know what you can do on the other side of that? The trike one is put a foot launcher.
Yeah.
So when Eric feels like he's foot launching, he can be COVID free and just flip this mask over.
Yeah, man.
Right. Yeah. So I can show you even some of the,
All right, I gotta go, guys, because my computer's about ready to shut down. So you all have a good night. Have a good week. Everybody in the chat, thank you very much. We'll talk to you next week.
I'll text you
And,
tomorrow, Eric, and we'll I think Thursday we'll get together on that Zoom.
Okay. Yeah, and I'll do a little bit more research.
All right, sounds good. Now
All right.
you go away. We're talking to Jade.
That's fine. See you
Yeah.
guys.
go.
And Walter wants you to, Shane wants you to read his rant out loud.
I didn't even see that. How far up is it?
It's
So last night when we were on the show, I was looking on the computer and I came up with this. I had saw a picture with a diagram like this, and it had a paramotor. Granted, the flag was colored, and then I put the paramotor inside of it, but I don't have it adjusted. So
Kind of a silhouette.
you kind of,
type thing.
yeah, so it would be a red, white, and blue, and then I would put that in there. So right now I'm making a shirt for this one right here for my chiropractor, but kind of like that. And I was thinking of doing that like a front of a shirt, kind of cool. The
That is
dripping
cool.
flag.
Yeah.
So I've got I sit here on all the shows and I just kind of sit and look at all this stuff. And
Well, yeah, I mean, and a lot of times you put things together, like
this is kind of the other one I
you
was
know what I
kind of,
mean? Kind of
I
like
saw this one, kind of cool.
Walter, repost whatever or retype whatever you ranted about earlier.
Did you make that? The last one you
No, I could probably make that something similar to that. I'll just have to come up with something on my own. But like that one of Brian Waller, I kind of just pieced things together, and I
absolutely love the back of that shirt you came up with.
Oh yeah.
Seriously, all jokes aside, I thought that was a very well put together shirt, and I cannot wait to wear that shirt, just so you know.
And it's like I bought shirts from, it's called Epic Sports, and I didn't like the cut of the women's shirts, and the blue shirts for the guys I did gray and I did some blue, and they're baby blue. And then I bought from another company, and I really like the color of the blue that the guys were wearing. And but it's just when I sublimate, the ink gets burned into the fabric, where you won't feel like, the only thing you're gonna notice on the shirts is the flamingo. I had to do in a vinyl, and that you'll feel. I didn't want to make the whole shirt that way though. So
Yeah, I noticed on I was looking at some t-shirts, and did you get the unisex version, or did you get the men's?
no, I got a men's, and then I got a women's as the V cut.
Yeah.
I like
Yeah,
V cuts
really?
on women. No, seriously, I think because the support shirts that we have, they're all unisex. These shirts are really comfortable and they're soft material, but I always tell my wife she needs to wear a V-neck, and she never does. I don't know why, but I do like V-necks.
Well, there you
Yeah, so I
don't know, I just do.
Tried to get those. And okay, so here is not the flamingo. Not that either.
I'm still watching.
So
you missed it, Shane. Oh man.
I didn't miss nothing.
Yes, you did. So something like that, and then it was hollowed out. But I would make it a little bit smaller.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm talking about. I mean, you put two things together, and sometimes just like it's a kind of a fluke, but it looks really cool, you know?
Yeah. But I don't want the distressed flag. I found one that was kind of like dripping paint, and I thought that was pretty cool.
You don't think it looked like blood?
No. It would look more like that one, but in color of
Right.
that. So, and then if I could, I want to figure out something like that. But like, see, like that one is kind of like see, that's a screen print. I can't do that. I can't do the, distorted white lines. It would have to be complete lines like that.
Because you don't have the equipment for it.
Right. The screen print is basically taking a cutout and then putting paint over it onto the shirt.
Huh.
Where this I design on this. Oh shoot, I don't want to move that.
Undo.
Yeah, I
think,
moved this whole thing. So I moved that. This is my piece of paper, and then I put this. Like I said, this is my chiropractor's. Oh boy.
Undo.
Hey,
Undo.
real quick.
Yep.
Brandon Clark, hello and welcome. I think this is the first time I've seen you in here. If so, hello.
Hey, Brandon.
If not, I'm sorry that I didn't. I said that.
So like this is going to be a shirt, and I'm trying to decide if I want to do that all in a vinyl, because she's got a dark shirt. So if you have white shirts or light colored shirts, I can do a sublimation where it's cooked into the fabric, where you won't feel it at all. And I got you guys like those sport shirts.
What?
What?
What happened?
What?
She's gonna mute herself. Be careful.
Oh.
Yeah.
So does one last longer than the other?
Yes.
Yeah, which one? What's wrong, guys?
God dang it.
Does the
Hold it together, Will.
sublimation last longer than the? I mean, I'm talking about like
Vinyl.
wear and tear.
Printed vinyl.
Yeah.
Yes. I
Good
think
Lord.
so. Hang on. I don't have a
I spit out my
here
gum
now.
there, Shane.
I actually laughed so hard it hurt.
This is my son's girlfriend's shirt that I'm making. I don't like it because you can see. Can you kind of see where the sheet of paper is?
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like it. So, and you can kind of feel that it's kind of a scratchy color or a scratchy feel. But I've been learning more on the cutting out the vinyl. So I can do that. And we're arguing about putting something on the front, and everybody is for the left pocket area, where I think this doesn't have a pocket. So let's be different and put something in the middle. So I don't know. I'm all about different. And like I put my logo for Tomahawk Tees on everybody's right sleeve in this area.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah. So I'm hoping I can get to making a bunch of stuff and bringing it down.
Walter says he can't do it, Shane.
Yeah, I looked back up there. I didn't see anything.
I need to go back on here.
I thought I saw it, but
What are you guys talking about?
kind of out of the moment now.
Walter had a rant about something, and I honestly, I went back up. Dude, the last thing I seen him, but it wasn't a rant. Did he wait a minute, maybe.
So Josh Perry, I see PPG Zone. You were talking $25 a piece. I do these, and they're a 2-ply polyester. They're not N95 or anything like that, but they're 2 pieces of polyester that go around your ears. Eventually they do, like this is a large and this is too big on me, but they'll go around your ears. I do $10 one side. Granted, it's personalized, and I do $12 on the other side. So
$12 for 2 sides. And
Yep.
For 2-sided face mask.
Yep. right.
So Will,
That's what I'm.
Yeah.
he just reposted it. You want to read it?
Is it? Okay. Actually, I didn't see that. And I read the whole, I went back and reread the whole thing.
I didn't see anything like that.
I
You
think
want
he
me to read
changed it.
before I read it.
What's that?
You want me to read it before I
Yeah,
read
go
it?
ahead. Yeah.
I said people pay lots of money for comedy, but I get it daily on PPG shows with Shane, Jade, Eric, and Will Fly, Dave, Crazy, Robert, Sean, Linda, etc. Thanks for helping with my sanity. That's not a rant.
That's not a rant.
Thank you, Walter.
Wait a minute. It's upside down. So it's a
Oh,
compliment, but because it's
opposite
upside
day.
down, it's a rant. Got it now. Oh, that Walter. That Walter.
It is. Hey, you know what though? I really do get the same enjoyment out of the shows. You know, it makes me laugh and just contributes to my day. So yeah, thanks, Walter.
Yeah, I had no idea that this show would even get some kind of footing, if you will. But every week, it's just amazing me how many people show
What
up. And
was that?
That was apparently she needs to turn her hearing aid on. Text her and tell her to turn the TV down. Jade, text her and tell her Shane said turn your TV down.
No.
All right, hold on. Let me summon sir.
Turn your flag off.
Yeah, turn the flag off.
Turn it
What
off.
flag?
Your
Your
back
background.
background.
Oh,
We want to see her
s-
again.
hey, everybody wants to know what that sound was. I said it was your TV because your hearing aids are down. She said, mm-hmm.
Turn your background off. I want to see her do the crawl again.
Yeah.
The Krista crawl.
So I'm gonna have to go back tomorrow because usually I watch the show today, because I don't get to see everything because I'm on the show on Monday nights, which is clearproptv.com. But yeah, I normally I go back today, but I had some issues at work today, and anyways, I didn't get to do it, but I'll do it tomorrow when I'm at work. I'll hopefully have a laxy daisy day and be able to do it. But yeah, I didn't get to see it. I know she did it. I didn't get to look to see it on film, or what is it, video? Whatever, film, video, it's all the same thing.
Had you dated yourself?
Yeah, notice you changed your shirt too today.
Me?
On your work shirt.
I try not to be in my work shirt. I try to keep my blue collar job a secret. I want nobody to know I'm blue collar. Brandon just asked, roughly what would it cost for a basic t-shirt with a logo on the front and back?
Depends where I can get the shirt and how much I'm paying for it. Cotton shirts are going for, on some of those bulk websites, $3 to $4. The polyester ones, like the shirts that I made you guys for Clear Prop TV, you know, kind of that sport material. Those were like $6, $8. And then the vinyl, just putting the vinyl on there. I guess it just all depends on what you have me doing. Sublimation. I mean, this printer that I have for sublimation, I have a regular printer and I have a sublimation printer. You wouldn't believe how much this ink costs for the sublimation. It's $600 for, I think it's 5 cartridges.
Ouch. How many
Yeah.
can you make out of that?
Quite a few. I mean, it lasted probably a year, you know, and it's like they say you should try to use the printer like every couple days. Otherwise, it will do a kind of like a clean head print head, you know, just to make sure it doesn't dry out.
Right.
And then otherwise, then it will throw the ink into the dumpster
Right.
cartridge.
Mhm.
So, Brandon Clark, if you look at right above your message or your comment in the chat there, Flying Flamingo Jade, she said if you friend me on Facebook at Jade Lear or search Tomahawk Tees on Facebook to see everything we have. So what you probably could do is send her a message on Facebook with maybe what you want on your shirt, and Mark H, be quiet.
Yeah, I saw that. Yes.
Yeah, Brandon, if you have a design that you want, or if there's something that you are looking to have made, just contact me. And all you got to do is go on, just Google like if you're doing a paramotor something or another and you find something that you like, just send me that clip art and I'll convert it and see what we can do. And before I print anything off, I confirm with everybody.
Yeah, he did say he needed 2x. So actually that would increase the price too, wouldn't it? Because of the material?
Sometimes, yeah, but not a whole lot. I mean, if I'm buying them in bulk, like that's what I did with that first round of shirts. I bought more 2X and extra large, and then we get the little Twiggy boys like you will, and I had to go back and buy.
Shots fired. Shots fired.
Dude.
I had to go and buy some mediums and larges.
I always get I wear a medium, but if you buy a medium, you wash it once, it's a freaking small. So I always get the large t-shirt and
see, like hang
And
on,
here I
got
thought, well, here I thought you were wearing a cutoff half shirt for me, especially. It was just a medium shirt you washed too many times.
Yeah, right.
like that first round of women's shirts, they were medium. I was wearing a extra large and I was like, I am not wearing this. And the large looked just the same. And Eric's like, why not? I'm like, I'm not wearing that. So I went to this different.
Brandon Clark said that he will take an example over by Eric's work. Apparently he knows you guys.
One would hope.
Or you have a stalker. Jade's like, we finally made it big time. We got a stalker. No, I'm just kidding.
I think that's the gentleman that lives up by Eric's work and is interested in doing paramotoring, and we keep telling him to go and take a tandem.
Yeah, man.
You told him about this show?
Yep, he was messaging me tonight, and I said, "Are you watching?" And he came on.
Hey, you know, it is hard to participate and on the show and read the chat at the same time. It is really hard to do.
No, yeah, that's why Sean. I never understood why Sean has as many people on the show on Monday nights as he does. But everybody has their job, and so I'm looking at you, Will. But if I look past my phone, I can read the chat. But I'm also reading between that stupid. Well, I shouldn't say it's stupid. I really love it. My daughter got me the tripod with the light ring on it. So I'm actually literally looking through that. And sometimes I'm like, okay, it's too much. It's too much. So I miss a lot of stuff like Walter's rant. But yeah, it is difficult. Nick Perry says he just takes just cut the tag out and take a Sharpie and write big M on it.
Okay, so as you can see here, this was the first round of blue that I got for the guys. And here's the back. Did pretty well. But I kind of like this blue. It's more kind of electric blue. See, now this is the vinyl that you're gonna feel. Everything else you're not feeling.
What are we feeling? What was it?
Stop yourself. So,
all right, so
yeah.
Turn it around real quick.
But
Yeah.
see, the colors are distorted when I go to a darker color. So if you want something in like this sublimation, you got to go a lighter color than this. So like, see, my pink flamingo is pretty much not totally pink, like vibrant pink like that.
Right.
I still think I like Brian's that I made.
Will Fly's logo is freaking awesome too. I'm kind of pissed I didn't think about that.
Well, that is
and
actually
Tommy,
a silhouette of me, though. You know.
I know.
Yeah.
really.
Yeah. Sure is.
And Shane, I just really didn't know what to do with you because I thought I did all right with that.
That's fine. Cut, you know.
Yeah, because go back to his logo. Okay, but you've got the whole name written out on the other side too.
Yeah. He takes up half the shirt.
Yeah, saying you got a long freaking username.
Oh, I'm so glad you said username at the end of
that. Okay.
And like JP, I'm trying to secretly ask him what he uses. He's like, "What are you talking about?"
So, yeah, that came out great.
Yeah. And Linda, she doesn't really have one, but I noticed she always wears a hat. So I'm trying to learn more about her. And so her and I did, I searched and found, one that she liked. And then Eric wanted, instead of Wile E. Coyote, he wanted the Tin Man because he does heating and cooling. So I put that together for him. And then PPG Pirate.
Yeah.
And I took Amy's, and then I took Mark's.
That's
so.
No,
Yeah.
you did. You, like I said, when you showed the shirt, I was thoroughly impressed. I was like, dude, that is awesome.
Stop calling me dude.
Hey,
I'm saying dude as a
you misspelled PPG, Jade.
What? Shut up, dude.
Or
dude. What's mine say? Sweet. Well, no. What's mine say? Dude.
Hey, Dave Perry joined us.
So, and then the other one I've got is Walter's. Is Walter still on?
Yeah.
Walter's is gray. I hope, Walter, you like gray.
Well, in Australia, it's white.
Yeah.
See, now look how it's a little bit more colorful there.
Because it's a lighter
color,
right?
Lighter color. So white and gray are gonna make the colors pop a lot better than.
So Jade, if you fold that shirt correctly on Will Flies, it'll just say wifey.
What?
Man, I never would have thought of that. Not in a million years.
Look, if you fold that
right. I'm sure. Hey, you know what? I'm sure I could come up with something from Never Trust a Skinny Chef Shane. I'm certain of it. I don't know what it is, but I'm sure I could come up with something.
The only reason I even had that inkling is because when she held it up, it folded just right. And I was like, wifey, what did I just say? Oh, it's so true. You drop 2 L's and you got a what?
A Willie. Oh
yeah, they're all in a pile ready to go, and whoever's not going, I'm gonna mail out.
How do we know what color we're getting?
I'm not telling.
Oh,
I told Walter what he's getting.
I know what I'm getting.
well, wait a minute. That's not right.
Well, she can only give 2 away, and they've already been given away. So the rest of the knowledge will be. I didn't miss Dave Perry, but hello, Dave Perry. How you doing, sir?
Well, I think you're getting blue.
I'm okay with that today.
I think Dave Perry said he's going to come up for the weekend at Bad Apples. I think he'll enjoy that. To be honest with you.
He's starting training here soon.
Yes.
He
Hopefully
should-
he does. Hopefully he videotapes that and does some kind of. I went to training. This is my video thing on YouTube. I'd enjoy that.
Do they let like can you bring your wife with you so she can video, or to catch stuff on video, or do they frown upon that?
I have no idea. I don't think my school. I didn't ask, but I don't think they would care as long as it didn't interfere with your actual training. And Nick Perry, how do you say his last name?
Kareem?
Yeah, I always want to say Perry. I know it's not correct. Never trust a skinny Willie Shane. So he starts Saturday. Yes, sir. Training 529 at 1 Up.
Yes,
Awesome.
I've never heard one bad thing about that school, so I think he's going.
No, they're. I mean, there's only a select few schools that you constantly hear negative things about, and I mean, I'm no expert. I've only been to one school, and I know they use the same syllabus as Aviator, and I'm always impressed with Aviator students. They always have just so much nice things to say about their school. I do too. I mean, Four Winds, don't get me wrong. I've had issues with them, and I shouldn't say with them at all. I had issues with myself. But I do like the option of having multiple different instructors over one or two. I'm not saying it's a good thing or a bad thing. I'm saying the option, because there's definitely going to be an instructor you relate with or comes across in a different manner that you understand it more than if you're just stuck with one person or what have you. So, not saying, dude, I'm over a year, almost a year and a half flying, and I've never busted a prop or cage or had any issues. So I can't say that my school that I went to wasn't bad, because I mean wasn't terrible. I think they were phenomenal. I think I went to the right school for me, but everybody's different. And why am I looking at Jade's thing up the ceiling?
I don't
Because
know.
I'm shutting everything down out here. Right here.
Walter says One Up is a great school.
If I had to do it over again, I would go to the exact same school I went to. I went to Four Winds and was completely and totally happy with it. I left there with over 35 flights, I think it was. And literally, I could text them right now and send the info about what's going on with my motor, and I would get a reply back. If I pick up a bad habit and I can't seem to break it, and I have done this already, my landings, at some point I picked up some crazy habit in my landings. I was coming in really hot, really fast. I was coming in hard, and I couldn't figure out what I was doing. They're like, "Hey, come back. We'll let you launch a couple times and see what's going on. We can work it out." And I was just like, "Holy crap!" I was really impressed with that. Even being a year and a half out, if I needed to call up and say, "Hey, I'm having trouble with my launches or whatever," it would not be an issue for me to come up and do a flight and have them critique what I'm doing wrong. So when it comes to One Up, I've heard nothing but positive things with them. And I think Dave has made a very good choice going to them.
Yeah, and not only that, he's doing it right, because I did not develop a support group before I went to training. I started training and then came home without a support group.
Right.
So I have to say that a lot of my real training started when I started flying. You know what I mean? Where the rubber meets the road. And
Right.
The guys, my local guys came and helped, you know, they were there to help me out when I had a question. So yeah, I think he's on the right track there. Congratulations, Dave. You're gonna have a blast, man. You got a journey ahead of you, but you're gonna love it.
Well, I think we're going to get out of here, guys. I'm an hour and 15 minutes further than I really want to go on the night that I'm supposed to spend with my wife. But I want to thank everybody. Dave said, I honestly can't sleep each night. Yeah, it gets worse as it gets closer.
I hear you,
but I will tell you, work on cardio, because you're going to need every bit of that. That's one thing, real quick. One thing that I didn't realize is how much running and kiting and just constant flipping, moving around that you do. I wasn't used to that. And when it came to school, and I think that was part of my problem as well, is why I was such a bad student at first, is I was just out of shape. I mean, I always say round is a shape, but when it comes to physically moving around, I struggled. I mean, I couldn't grasp kiting to save my life. Now it's not a big deal. I got Dave just said he's got cardio for days.
He looks like he's fit. Yeah, he looks like he's a pretty fit guy.
Yeah, but holy crap. Krista,
Eric,
you're live on YouTube.
Eric, you need to start cardio.
Right now. Right now.
Yeah, I know. I'm trying to get out of here, but it's all Jade's fault.
Yeah.
It's this dude's fault right here.
Stop.
She doesn't like being called dude. Eric calls her dude for some reason. I don't know why. I know. She was like, dude? I don't know. What do I call you? You can't say bitch on here.
I'm not answering.
Oh, stop it. What do I call you?
Babe.
Babe. What's your nickname?
Dude.
What is your nickname I call you?
You don't call me anything.
What is on my phone when you call?
Oh, little mama.
Holy crap. Jesus, we got to go, guys. She's driving me nuts. I'm gonna take this dude and put her to bed or something. She's going crazy.
How about Jack?
All right, guys. Thank you guys for showing up tonight. I hope everybody was entertained for the most part. And Jade, you're doing phenomenal on those shirts. Where can we find you on the interwebs?
Back at Flying Flamingo Jade on YouTube, and look me up on Facebook on Jade Lear on Facebook, and Tomahawk Tees.
So if you want a custom t-shirt, we can find you at Tomahawk Tees. And if you send her some kind of picture, she can help you out with that.
Yep.
And get shirts made. Wifey.
Wifey. You can find me at willflyppg.com.
All right, guys. Oh my. Holy cool Jack.
Did he let one go?
It was Jack or Krista, one or the other. God.
We have that problem with our black lab here too. Shane's like,
Are you done?
Oh my God. Outside.
Don't finish.
Outside.
I feel your pain.
Holy crap.
And you can smell it from there, Jay. That's terrible.
This is a crappy way to end the show, but we gotta go.
Good night.
All right, guys.
Good
Oh
night,
my
everybody.
Jesus. All right, thanks, guys. See y'all later.
We'll see you.